I'm Thurman Munson. We're coming on.
I'm Roy White, and we're coming on.
I'm Fritz Peterson. We're coming on.
I'm John Ellis, and we're coming on.
I'm Mel Stottlemyre. We're coming on.
I'm Bobby Mercer. We're coming on.
I'm Ralph Howe, and they better come on.
We're coming on. Are you coming out?
Boom! Welcome, people of Earth. Welcome to the third floor. Live sports chat. Let's chat sports. Already got some people in the house. Texas Hockey Cards, thank you and welcome aboard. Yankee Kyle, it's you following me, buddy? Yankee Kyle, great to see you again. Great to see you in the basement. It's nice to be in the basement today. Q, go. Whoa! We got a celebrity in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We got a celebrity in the house. Got a celebrity in the house. Chef Nick is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Let's do this properly for Nick. Attention. Nick, Chef Nick in the building. Chef Nick in the building. Thank you, Chef. What's up, buddy? Evan. Oh, my Lord. It's a celebrity night here. Hold on. We have another special guest in the building. Evan. All 6'2" of them. Good luck on your test tomorrow there, Bubba. Greetings, gentlemen. Thank you for stopping in. Who else we got? New York Mania doing. What's up, Joe? We got a whole bunch of people popping in here, man. The fucking pressure is on, bro. Hold on. Cool. I thank everybody for popping in here, man. And let me tell you something. I hope you can hang in there for the whole show. If not, definitely catch the replay. Delving in. We're going player by player for this Yankees going into this wild card series against the Red Sox. Come on, people. I was absolutely shocked today. I couldn't wait to start listening to different podcasts that I listened to as I got my show prepped. And the whole time I'm thinking, geez, man, I hope I don't sound like a broken record with all these guys today, man. It's all going to be the same. And then I tune in, and everybody's like in a panic mode. What are you people panicking about? What are we panicking about? It's postseason. It's pinstripe postseason time. This ain't the Yankees of last year. Look, the only thing we got going against us right now is Aaron Boone. All right. Now here, I'm shocked. People are like, "Oh, do you know that he made an announcement? He said Goldie's going to be in the lineup and not Rice and blah blah blah." Hold the fucking phone. Hold the phone. No, I am not comfortable with this lineup that's not even out yet. I don't want to hear Goldschmidt at first. I want somebody that can move. I don't want somebody that needs a fucking handicap sticker so he can park close to the door to get in and out of the store. That's Goldschmidt right now. The guy can't move. Do you see him lumbering around third? Oh my God, I thought he was going to freaking die. Okay? Stanton can outrun him backwards on roller skates. Are we serious? We're going to have Goldie at first base and not have Ben Rice in this fucking lineup? I got nothing against Wells. As a matter of fact, I want Wells in that lineup. I want Wells behind the fucking plate because he's got the most friggin' experience of anybody with a catcher's mitt in that fucking dugout, including Boone's father. Now, I'm fired up about a lot of shit, but to hear that Boone is already a fucking distraction to what the Yankees have on their plate. I am not worried about Crochet tomorrow. Has Crochet even pitched in a fucking playoff game yet? Has he ever pitched in a playoff game? Look, I'm going to tell you something. If I was a pitcher, and I'm a good pitcher, I'm a great pitcher and everything, and I make it to the postseason, the last thing I want to hear is you're going to make your first start in postseason in Yankee Stadium. I feel a case of fucking diarrhea coming on. That's what I'd be. I'd be scared shitless to go in that fucking stadium in the postseason. I'm not worried about Crochet. He'll strike out his fucking 8, 9. I don't give a shit. The Yankees strike out like giving out fucking candy at a baby parade or something. Look, I ain't fearing nobody in this postseason. This is the first postseason I'm going in with 150,000% confidence that the Yankees are going straight on through, and they're going to complete their quest for 28. Not only are they going to complete their quest for 28, they're going to make a statement about getting that 28th. Okay? Everybody, what's Judge going to do? Is Judge going to do this? Is Judge going to... We're going to get all into that. All right? So what I need everybody right now to do, if you got one, roll it up, pack it, smoke it, drink it, get an edible, do something. Whatever you do, make sure wherever you're sitting right now, getting ready to watch what's about to fucking happen here, make sure you got your seatbelt on. Because buckle up, because it's about to get real. And it gets real right after this.
All right, we're up 15. We got this game won.
Yeah, you guys are buying a light beer from Miller.
Yeah, nice Philly.
One out to go. Yeah, what can he do to us now?
Hey, keep the change. Here's Rodney!
Any pinch hitters left?
Here I am.
Come on, ladies! Beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Hey, wait a minute. This game isn't over yet. I caught that.
Does that fucking relief pitching remind you of something? Does that relief... Bring in Rodney. Yeah. That was our bullpen. That was the Yankee bullpen all year long. A joke. It's like having Rodney come in. I digress. Anyway, I'm sure you get the parallel. There's nothing like an all-star lineup commercial from the days of past. Evan, all right. So let me catch up on the chat real quick before I just absolutely go insane here, because we're gonna break this down. Because I think I'm not saying a lot of people are missing things. Maybe they're just misguided. Maybe I understand a lot of people being nervous about the Yankees going into the postseason this year. I'm only nervous because fucking Boone might have to make a decision somewhere along the line. That's the only thing I'm worried about. That's the only thing I fear is Boone. Let me catch up right here real quick with the chats here. Nick, this is insane. Okay, this is insane. Stick around, brother. Stick around. You're gonna need a fucking whatchamacallit? A straight jacket. Yeah, a baby parade. What's wrong with a baby parade? You never seen a baby parade? We used to have them at Asbury Park back in the day. It's one of the oldest parades in the history of Asbury Park. And I was in one of them. Never mind. Well, that's another fucking story. I'm nervous and I don't care. Dilly dilly. Okay, Evan, let's get back to this comment you made. You said he pitched 2 2/3. Is that? Oh, you retracted that. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Nick. That's hey, Nick. Thank you, buddy. That's it's part of the. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. A lot of other things change around here, and other things happen differently. But no, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that, Nick. Yeah. Okay, so I'm right then. Crochet. Oh yeah, there it is. Has 2 starts on 2 2/3 innings. So you're telling me he started 2 games and he only went 2 2/3 for both games? That's interesting. I fear him even less now. Now that I know he has to start in the playoffs and he sucks, that makes it even easier. All right, let's get into this and let's break this down. We're going to go through a bunch of shit here, so I need everybody to buckle up, hang on, and here we go. Feel free to add your comments as we go along. When your comments go in, just give me a minute. I'll be checking over there every now and then to make sure we don't have something we need to be talking about. Why Evan, you should be nervous about your accounting exam tomorrow. Don't be nervous about the Yankees, brother. And by the way, what a great memory to have at your age, being in Yankee Stadium and watching Ben Rice hit 2 solo homers to put the Yankees into the fucking wild card, or at least giving them a chance to win the East. That's crazy. But anyway, here we go, folks. Look, I'm going to tell you right now how many guys we got to go through. 23 guys we're going through. Yep, we're going to go through 23 of these motherfuckers. Every single one of them is important. Every one of them's got a story. Every one of them is a piece of the puzzle to get to the quest to 28. We had Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now we got the quest for 28. All right, so where's Indiana Jones when you need him? Yankee Kyle is telling us that Judge has homered off Crochet. Evan, it's impossible, bro. I'm too fired up about this because I'm just shocked that so many people have such a different view of this series because it's the Red Sox and because the Red Sox controlled this all year, because the Toronto Blue Jays controlled this all year. The whole American League East controlled this all year. We only beat up on the Central pretty good. So I ain't worried about Cleveland or Detroit or any of them guys coming in. Why? What are we worried about? The only thing we got to really, really, really worry about, and we're going to get into it, and I'm going to point it out for each guy. But let's start off with Trent, 1975 porno mustache wearing Grisham. If he ain't hitting grand slams, he's right here leading off. I'm going in the order I like to go in. So these guys are in the order I like to see. All right, I'll trust me, we'll be there. All right, here's Trent Grisham. Let's get into it. We got everything we need to know. Here's Trent Grisham throughout for the year 2025. We'll run it down. Trent Grisham was in 143 games. That's a lot of games for Mr. Grisham. I wish we had him for 143 games last year. But anyway, almost 500 at-bats, 494. He scored 87 runs. He has 116 hits, 9 doubles, 1 triple. And who had on their bingo card that Trent Grisham was going to hit 34 home runs, including a bunch of grand slams, including a bunch of game winners, including a bunch of multi-home run games. All right, this guy is, to me, one of the most integral parts of getting to 28. 1, he definitely got to be in the lineup. 2, this is our leadoff guy. Until we come up with something better, this is the leadoff guy. Vic, those ain't leadoff numbers, man. Leadoff batters don't bat 235 and only walk 82 times. Okay? I agree with that. But when you hit like him, when you play like him, when you flash leather like him, when you run bases like him, when you get timely hitting like him, I'll take it. Trent Grisham is so important to this Yankee club in that leadoff spot that every time he's not in there, we're hurting. Go look at the numbers. I can't do all the homework for you. But the numbers are ugly with him not in the leadoff spot. So we need Trent Grisham in the leadoff spot. We need him in center field. Do we need him hot, cold, medium? Look, Trent Grisham is Trent Grisham. This guy is just, I mean, he's the most unpredictable Yankee out there. He has one of the most unusual swings I've ever seen. His swing looks like the first swing you would take with an axe trying to cut a tree down. Straight across. To me, it's like he never follows through like most guys. Most guys come around and follow through or have the bats in one hand all the way around. Check him out when he's swinging. But he gets power on the ball. He drives the ball. This guy does not get ripped off in appearances at the plate. He hangs tough. He strikes out. But who on this team doesn't strike out? Is there anybody on this team that doesn't strike out? When we get into the numbers, we're going to find out. Yeah, there's one guy. There's one guy who doesn't strike out a lot. And he's got big numbers. We'll see what it is. But this guy right here, Trent Grisham, to me, is going to be one of the most important parts. This bigger Trent Grisham is this. You open up a jigsaw puzzle, right? You got all the fucking pieces all over. Half of them are upside down. You're looking for the corners. You're trying to put the corners in. And then all of a sudden, you see this little Trent Grisham kind of face with that 75 porno mustache. And you say, you know what? I'm going to build around this. And you put it dead center of the table that you're about to put that puzzle together. And then watch everything fit in around that 75 porno mustache dude. Watch everything go in there. All right? And I'm going to tell you something else. This guy is an MVP candidate for this postseason. I'm not saying he's my long shot, because I really don't think anybody in postseason is a long shot. You can just not say, oh, that dude right there, he's a long shot. No, because the way the stories are written in baseball history, the least likeliest guy is usually your hero. And most of the time that plays out. So look for Trent Grisham as our centerpiece moving into the quest for 28. And not only that, man, that's a cool fucking mustache, dude. I love it. Trent Grisham, player number 1 that we're looking at right here. The Trentster. Trent Mania. Now, a lot of guys with the second hole and the third, batting second, batting third, right around there. A lot of people like Judge in the 2-hole. A lot of people like Judge in the 3-hole. And everybody, Well, there's only a couple holes I like, man. And they, whoa. Just children watching. All right, my man for the number 2 spot. And again, just in the opening, I didn't plan on that rant until I heard the news about Ben Rice not being in the lineup. Okay, well, we need Ben Rice in the lineup every day, no matter what. I don't care, lefty, righty. You know what? The last I heard, Sandy Koufax and Bob Gibson, they're no longer with us. So I don't have to worry about going up over dominating pitchers. Okay? I am tired of the lefty lineup. I'm tired of that lefty this, lefty that, righty there, righty. The perfect example that this shit don't work, and we'll get to him later, trust me, is fucking Goldschmidt. Boone's put Goldschmidt in the lineup against lefties, and he hasn't hit them either. Okay? I think his last 5 hits that he's had, 3 of them were 2 to the opposite side, the opposite field, off righties, and a pulled ball off a righty. So I think 3 of his last 5 hits have come off of righties, not lefties. And I don't know what everybody sees in Goldschmidt. I see a very old man. I see a guy that we thought we were getting another version. We are getting the retired, move on down the road Goldschmidt. We're looking at the Goldschmidt who is going to retire at the end of the season. We are looking at the Goldschmidt that can't move no more. Okay? We are looking at the Goldschmidt that doesn't have that gold glove anymore. He had 10 home runs all year. We'll get to it. When you see his at-bats, and only 10 home runs and a handful of fucking RBIs, there's the guy that needs to be in the lineup instead of Goldschmidt. I made the point without even bringing Goldschmidt's numbers up. When you see him, you'll be like, hey, yeah, you're right. But it's a lefty-lefty righty matchup. No, there is no such fucking thing anymore. That's in the regular season. You want to play that game in the regular season? Go play it all fucking day long. I really don't care. When it comes to postseason, I don't care about lefty-lefty matchup, righty-righty. I don't care about that shit. Professional hitters, professional baseball players, playing for their ultimate goal, and they are one step closer to it by getting into the dance, whether it be wild cards, whether it be division championships, whether it become whatever. You're in it. Yeah, you got a ticket to the dance. Now you got to find your date. Who do you want to date in that dance? Who do you want to dance with? How many times you walked into a dance and looked around and said, wow, I'm going to dance with that bitch, right? But you ain't in her class. You go over there, she's going to laugh at you. Really? Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool too. So I'll just pick out the fattest, ugliest chick in this joint, and I'm going to fucking rock and roll. That's what I would do. And that's what Ben Rice does. He takes the fat chick at the dance and dances with her because he don't give a fuck. Because he's leaving there a winner. He's getting laid one way or another. Boom. Same thing with the second position in this batting order. The most crucial spot in this batting order. Whether it be the fat chick, or the chick with the real nice ass, or the chick with the fake tits, doesn't matter. The second spot in this order is vital. It's important. It's solid. Because it's setting up the plate for the rest of the fucking dinner here. Because behind your second place hitter, what? Judge, Bellinger, Stanton, what? Who's going to compete with that? But if you have a second place hitter like Ben Rice, pitchers got to think differently. I got to pitch to this guy. I can't pitch around. You know, I'm going to pitch him. I got to get him, challenge him. Well, keep challenging Ben Rice. Keep challenging Ben Rice. And Ben Rice is going to keep putting home runs out. Ben Rice is going to still go to the opposite field with power when he doesn't try to force it and push it that way. Ben Rice is elite. Now, you want to keep this kid around a while? You got to keep him from behind the plate. Maybe let him spell Wells once in a while. But this is if you ain't going to give me a homegrown first baseman down below in a farm club, and you're just going to have to make, duct tape it together up here, well, fucking throw the duct tape away. Just put Ben Rice there, and that's the end of the subject, and move on to something else we need. Because this right here could very well be our long-term future first baseman. I know a lot of people want him behind the plate. I understand that. But let's remember, folks, when we put a guy like this, especially at his age, especially how big he is, that up and down all fucking year long in a catcher's position is going to shorten his career. And then what? He just sits around and be a DH when he could be out there flashing leather at first base? I'm not a big fan of right-handed first basemen, but I'll take this one. Ben Rice, super duper important, not only to the Yankees getting to the 28, but winning ball games. I'm sorry, folks. It starts with Trent Grisham in the leadoff and this guy batting behind him. Because with this guy batting behind him, the pitcher can no longer fuck around with Trent Grisham. He's got to pitch to Trent. He's got to do his best to get Trent Grisham out. Because of what's coming up behind Trent Grisham. Rice, Judge, Bellinger, Stanton, and on, until we get to, Volpe. And believe, oh my God, when I get to Volpe. But anyway, let's just take a deep breath and remember what we're talking about here. We are talking postseason. The regular season, fucking done. Over and done with. See you later. I don't care who fucking hit 90 home runs, who drove in 200 fucking all that's irrelevant right now. That's all irrelevant because all the teams that are in the dance right now are all zeros. Ben Rice needs to be in the lineup every day. And I don't want to hear, oh, we'll wait for Boone to work him in late. How are you going to work him in? Why are you going to work him in? What are you working him into? You're going to sit around and wait for an opportunity? Make the opportunity with him already in the fucking lineup. Ben Rice got to be in number 2 hole. Sorry. Ben Rice is absolutely essential. Essential and has to be in the fucking lineup. We can't be playing games with Ben Rice. We can't be doing that. Not for Goldie and all this. I don't want to hear that. That happy horse shit's over with for Goldie. Okay? It's done and it's over with. Now we move on. Look, folks. This is... Yeah, look at those numbers. I'm going to let that run for a minute. It's not a lot. But just by what's up there right now is enough for him to win the MVP. Let me catch up on some of these chats. I'm sorry, guys. I get on a fucking rant. I go nuts. Dennis, thank you. Hey, Dennis is here. Dennis, thank you for popping in. Okay. I'm glad you guys are having a good one. You guys are really chalking it up here. Okay, Evan, so Evan, you're kind of agreeing on me with Trent being an X factor. And Rice should be in there. All right, cool. So I guess nobody's lost in their mind now. So here's Judge. You see that scrolling up top, okay? This is not about an MVP year. This isn't what that is, okay? I just want you to understand that. I just want you to see those numbers and keep in mind what we're talking about here. We're not talking about a regular baseball player. We're not talking about a regular athlete. All right, I said it last night. I'll say it again. We are probably looking at the greatest athlete on the planet Earth right now. And that's in any sport you want to talk about, anything you want to talk about, that's fine. You want to put him up there with him? Fine. Put it in the comments. We'll figure it out. You got a good thing. You show me someone in another sport that not only has dominated it, but not only setting records, tying records. They're making up stats for this kid. They just try to look for an argument that, all right, well, maybe he did that too. Well, maybe he did that too. They even got more fucking stats, RW, ARC, and all that. It looks like when you go in and look at his numbers, it looks like a friggin' algebra problem. Actually, it looks like an algebra problem that somebody threw up. Aaron Judge is something that is a once in a lifetime. I've seen ball players, man. I've seen great athletes. I've seen them play. I've seen Bo Jackson play. 2 sports. I've seen Deion Sanders play. 2 sports. Okay? Amazing athletes. Great athletes. Star athletes. They ain't in Judge's class. Judge is dominating. He is dominating the game of baseball to the heights of Babe Ruth. And not only that, he is not only matching Babe Ruth or passing Babe Ruth. You know, in a strange way, people, we may be looking at what it was like to watch Babe Ruth hit a baseball and play the game. If Aaron Judge next year came out and said, hey, I want to be a starting pitcher, I'd give him a shot. Go ahead, Judge. Let's see. Maybe, who knows? It's a shorter throw from right field, that's for sure. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but would you put it by this kid? Do you think he wouldn't give it a fucking try? And could you imagine if he did and found out, whoa, got something here? All right. Aaron Judge we're not going to see this again for a long. You know how we're never going to see another Mariano Rivera? We're never going to see another Mo. for as long as we live. In no relief pitcher coming out of anywhere anytime fucking soon to even come close to what Mariano Rivera is. Well, put him on the list. Because you ain't going to see nothing like this kid. Ever. Not in our lifetimes or our kids' lifetime. Evan, your great-great-grandchildren might have to wait before they see a ball player play better than Aaron Judge. I don't have to go into his numbers, folks. I don't have to tell you how important he is to the Yankees. I don't have to tell you, yeah, he's had rough postseasons. I tell you, yeah. You know who else had a rough postseason? Ever heard of Ken Griffey Jr.? How'd he do in the postseason? How'd Ken Griffey Jr. do in the postseason? Any idea? I can tell you this. I'll tell you. This is what Ken Griffey did. Remember? Everybody's saying probably one of the greatest athletes, the greatest baseball player of all time. Let's see how he did in the postseason. Well, first of all, how many times was he in the postseason? The question starts right there. How many times was he in the postseason? How many times is Judge in the postseason? Griffey didn't get a ring. At least Judge still has a chance to get one. Ken Griffey Jr. in the postseason, 18 games, 29. Let me see. 79 plate appearances, 69 at bats. He scored 12 runs. He had 20 hits. He had 2 doubles. He had no triples. He had 6 home runs, and he batted in 11. 18 games. He stole 5 bases, got caught once. He walked 8 times, struck out 16. He batted .290 in his postseason career. .367 on base percentage in his postseason career. .580 in his slugging in his postseason career. .947 in his postseason career. He had 40 total bases in his postseason career. He got hit by a pitch. He had 1 sacrifice fly. He had 1 intentional walk. They intentionally walked Ken Griffey Jr. 1 time in the postseason. Woo, what a threat he was. And then he got some shit at the end. I don't even know what a WPA is. Whatever a WPA is, it's a 1.15. And whatever his little c, capital W, capital P, capital A is, that was 18.5%, whatever the fuck that is. So don't talk about guys who are super special to the game and, you know, you expect this, you expect that. Okay? Aaron Judge is there. So what if he struggles in the postseason? So what if he struggles in the postseason? So what if he drops a ball in center field? So what? So what? Just like Ken Griffey can say to me, so what? I didn't get there enough. Whose fault is that you didn't get there? It ain't Aaron Judge's fault. So take a back seat, Ken Griffey Jr., and anyone else you want to come up with. I don't care who you come up with. I'll give you the numbers. They ain't going to come close to this fucking guy's numbers. The only thing that Aaron Judge has to do in this postseason, and this is the key to it, the only thing Aaron Judge has to do in this postseason is just be Aaron Judge. Just be Aaron Judge. You have nothing to prove to anybody. Just be Aaron Judge. Pretty much the guy everybody's probably been waiting for. Cody Bellinger. We look at Cody's numbers. 152 games for Cody. 10 games off this year. 588 at bats, 89 runs, 160 hits, 25 doubles, 5 triples, 29 homers, just shy of the 30 club, 98 RBIs, too short of 100, 57 walks, 90 strikeouts, 272, 334, 480, 814. Beautiful numbers. What can I say about this guy? He's everything. He's every tool you need to be a baseball player. He is full of confidence. He's an exceptional base runner. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now that this kid's base running baseball IQ of running bases is in Einstein territory. I have never really ever seen such an intelligent base runner. Man, and for me to say that, what you got to do in order to, you got to pay attention to what they do on the bases. You got to pay attention to how they run the bases. You got to pay attention to where and when they pick up their coaches, how they pick up their coaches. Do they need their coach? When it plays in front of them, when it plays behind them, this kid, he just does everything, man. You know, we're going to go back. We go back to the Mets series. You guys remember that double play that Bellinger pulled off from left field? Do you fear anybody running the bases that wants to try to run against this kid? Judge has been saving his arm for the whole end of the season. So, as far as right field goes, what are we going to expect from Judge and his arm? Trust me, folks. Trust me, folks. If Judge has to uncork a throw, he'll uncork it. No problem. If Bellinger has to uncork one, no problem. Because this kid, defensively, offensively, he's everything. And the thing is, Yankee fans, we're going to sign Bellinger. Don't worry about, I hope we sign Bellinger. I hope we do this. I don't know if we could do that. If we could do this and do that. But hey, we don't even get no fucking Kyle, what's his name? What's that guy? What's the guy everybody wants? Kyle Tucker? Don't need him. Don't need any of them. What the Yankees need to do is to figure out how to sign Trent Grisham and Bellinger. Figure that out. Matter of fact, just sit down and talk with him, see if you can figure something out. Maybe Judge will pull a Jeter. Hey, take some money off of my take some money off of my contract and give it to some of these guys so we can keep them around and we can continue to win some championships. Out of the ordinary, out of the question? Absolutely not. Not when it comes to a guy who wants to play baseball and wants to win championships and doesn't want sweets for his family and doesn't want this and doesn't want that and doesn't want this and doesn't want that. How you doing today, Soto? How's life treating you, Juan Soto? Yo, Soto, how you feeling today, buddy? Fucker. Suck anyway. If you don't go in the library, go back there and check all my shows out, and you're going to find one called Juan Soto Versus. It's called Juan Soto Versus. Watch it, and I prove to you, he's not what everybody says he is. Everybody's about numbers, right? Oh, everybody's, numbers. Yeah, go check that show out, Juan Soto Versus. You'll be more than convinced. See you, Soto. You're just a money-grubbing whore. You're not a baseball player. You are a money whore who wears cleats and a glove and dresses up real nice every other day to go play a kid's game. But no, you're super elite, Mr. Soto. I want a sweet. Go fuck yourself. And I'll tell you what, now that you're not in the playoffs, and then you choke like that, double fuck you, Soto. Double go fuck yourself. And how dare you make me go on a rant when I'm talking about Bellinger. Anyway, we all know how important Bellinger is. Bellinger is going to be a very, very important piece here. The only thing we need from Bellinger, don't get hurt. Simple as that. That's the only thing we need from Bellinger. Don't get hurt. Stay healthy, Bell. Don't move. What do you say? What do you say? Probably we're looking at one of the greatest postseason hitters in a long time, if not ever. They're still looking for some of the balls he hit this year. They're still looking for him. They can't find him. They don't know how far they went or where they went. The thing that they're tracking is pretty much just the cover of the ball or what's left of it. If we come across the lineup at any time during the postseason and Big G's name is not in the lineup, everybody has my permission to hunt Boone down. Let me be nice here. You can write him nasty letters. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to get in trouble on YouTube. But if we come across a lineup where they, for some odd reason, man, he feels that Stanton needs a day off, or man, he was struggling, so we'll sit him down, or what? No. You look at Giancarlo Stanton's numbers right here. Look at those numbers. Okay, 24 homers, 65 RBIs. Right? You see those numbers? Keep those numbers in your head for a second. Look at Ben Rice's numbers. Now, Stanton came along in June when he got back into the swing of things. So since June, he's put up 26 homers, 65 RBIs. He's walked 50 times, struck out 100 times, batted .255. You see the numbers. That's Rice, right? See those numbers right there? That's Rice. Now you look at Stanton's. What does he do since June? 24 homers, 66 RBIs, 29 walks, .273. The numbers he put up in 77 games, he matched power numbers of Ben Rice. Half a year. Ben Rice played all year. 249 at-bats. 24 homers, 66 RBIs, 29 walks. Ben Rice, all year, 467 at-bats. 26 homers, 65 RBIs. .50 walks. All right. It's right there, man. It's right there. These two guys need to be in a lineup. They're fucking mirrors. They're mirrors of each other from the opposite side of the plate. You got Ben Rice from the right side, you got Stanton on the left side. Or that's basically what you got here. You got two Stantons. You got two power-hitting Stantons. One from the right side, one from the left side. Are you kidding me? No, go with Goldschmidt at first, Boone. Thanks, buddy. You're not looking at the same numbers everybody else does. You go by these analytics. You don't go by your gut. You look at all the shit that you've been through, and you telling me you put it together for the lineup that I'm going to kill the lineup that Rice has got to shit because Goldie hits fucking lefties. Goldie can't hit righties. Goldie can't hit lefties. But apparently Stanton and Rice can hit anybody. I told you, the only thing we got to worry about is Boone. And we haven't even thrown a pitch yet. They haven't even sung the national anthem. And he's already put us in a fucking hole. Against so-called one of the best pitchers in the game today. Ain't gonna float past me, baby. No way. I call it and tell it like it is. This is common fucking sense baseball. This is common fucking sense. And you have to say to yourself, well, but Boone, he comes from a baseball family. Well, he fucking must have fell out of the fucking tree and didn't pay attention. Because this has to be one of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen manage a baseball club. He has to be one of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen in pinstripes. This guy makes Bob Lemon look like a genius. Dave, I'm going to Dennis, I'm sorry. I'm disagreeing with you. Bonds is a fucking joke in baseball. I don't acknowledge Barry Bonds Jr. for fucking anything. The fucking Barry Bonds. Fuck him. Fuck Barry Bonds. That's what I got to say. I don't fucking find him in any of the fucking history. I don't pay attention. Barry Bonds doesn't exist to me. Mark McGwire doesn't exist to me. Sammy Sosa doesn't exist to me. I don't acknowledge people who fucking cheat and then fucking lie. Barry Bonds, your fucking head was growing. The San Francisco Giants trainer came out and said, I had to get the guy 4 different size hats during his career here because his head was growing. Fuck Barry Bonds. The scariest fucking human being with a baseball bat for any pitcher today or yesterday. As of right now, the way it stands, with numbers. People like numbers, with pride, with anything you want to throw in, is Aaron fucking Judge. That is baseball right now. Aaron Judge is the fucking man. The problem with Aaron Judge is, with everybody else in baseball, he plays for the Yankees. Well, tough fucking shit. Maybe we're smarter than you in a lot of other ways. Maybe we could find these kind of fucking guys where we scout properly. They don't just fall into our fucking lap. Derek Jeter just didn't fall into our lap. A scout went out to fucking Battle Creek, Michigan, or Kellogg's, Michigan, wherever the fuck he's from, and found them. Just like somebody found Giancarlo Stanton. Just like somebody found Aaron Judge. Just like somebody found whoever. There's not too many people in that elite fucking category. The problem is, with baseball, that all these people who are above and beyond and are elite to this game, they just happen to wear an interlocking NY and pinstripes and play for the New York Yankees in the fucking Bronx, New York. Get over it, baseball fans. Get over it. Thanks for firing me up there, Dennis. Was Bonds on the juice? Jose, holy Christ. Bonds was on everything. Bonds was on crack. He was on everything. I think he was even on Pee-wee's Playhouse. You watched who hitting balls into the ocean? Kramer? Kramer used to hit golf balls into the ocean. Wait, what? Nick, you catch it up? I tell you, you should have taken notes, Nick. Wait a minute now, Dennis. Now you're going... No, Giambi came out and admitted he did. And Pettit and Clemens admitted they did. They said they did. There's a difference between admitting that you're on the juice and standing behind a fucking giant growing head and denying it as you're growing. You can... Wait a minute. Did everybody hear that? All right, wherever you're at. Shh. Did you hear that? Yeah. That's Barry Bonds' head getting bigger. That's what you heard. Look, even Pettit and Clemens stated they were on it to try to heal quicker because it's not going to do anything as far as performance for a pitcher. If anything, it's going to hurt a pitcher. And if you noticed, after they got off the juice, they weren't as effective because their bodies were breaking down and they realized they made a mistake. They realized they made a mistake and they admitted to it. So I get what you're saying, Dennis. I get what you're saying, Dennis, but when you come out and you admit it, I got a lot more respect for you. Just like the Houston Astros with all the cheating. They didn't admit it. Fuck Houston. Where are they at? They're with the fucking Mets. They're with the Mets. They can go fucking play golf with the Mets. They could all get together with Soto because he's got all the money. Maybe he'll take them on a nice fishing trip. Maybe they should all go down to Key West and wear Speedos and run around down there. Those numbers, man, the numbers that you know, do you recognize Barry Bonds for breaking Babe Ruth's record of 61 homers? Or McGuire or Socha? Fuck it, that doesn't exist to me. It doesn't exist. I look at it this way. Aaron Judge just did it. Judge didn't need no fucking juice. Judge didn't need all this fucking craziness. What's wrong with pure raw talent? The thing is that they just wanted to be better and stronger and faster and have a big head and a small fucking shrinking dick as they got older. Well, I'm glad they all got what they got coming to them. Sammy Socha, I don't even know what color that guy is anymore. He's changing so many colors from the steroids. Barry Bonds had to have a new door put in his house because his head couldn't get through his old door. And McGuire, his face looks like the moon. Well, I mean, if you want a steroid hero, of course Bonds is going to be the fucking poster boy. I'll give you that. It was all dirty, but amongst the dirtiest and the best of the dirtiest was Bonds. You know what? I got to disagree with you there, too. Because I'll tell you what, Bonds was only a fucking bat. He couldn't fucking catch a cold. He couldn't catch COVID if he jumped in fucking Japan or China, wherever the fuck it came from. If he went into the Wu-Tang, Hoon-Hang, Woon-Bang fucking laboratory naked, he couldn't catch it. Socha turned into Michael Jackson? I don't know. Every time I see Socha, he's a different shade. Let's get back to these roaring Yankees. Now, how pivotal do we think this guy is for us? Some people have patience with Jazz. Other people don't have patience with Jazz. Jazz seems to be a hit or miss as a Yankee. Jazz seems to be that Yankee. You either like him or you don't like him. I love him. And if he's on edibles, I want some. I hope when he retires, he comes out with his own strain of weed. I hope he does. I hope he comes out with a good indica, a good hybrid, a good sativa, and some damn good edibles. Because I'll be munching on them. I'll munch on some Jazz edibles. Jazz 420. Jazz played in 130 games. Of course, he was injured a little bit. So we were without him for 32 games. He had 462 at bats though, so still these at bats for the Yankees, they're way up there. They got some at bats. That's because a lot of these guys like to walk, take their walks. So in 130 games and 462 at bats, Jazz managed 75 runs for the Yankees, 112 hits, 15 doubles, a triple, 31 homers, 80 RBIs, 55 walks, 148 Ks. 31 stolen bases, 31 homers, 31 stolen bases. He got caught 8 times and he wound up batting .242. 332 on base percentage, 481 slug, and an .813 OPS. Now, what we see in here, and what we see with all these guys, with the exception of like one or two, maybe 3 guys. A lot of guys didn't bat over 260. Only one guy batted over 300. Not too many guys batted over 260, 265 on this team. Still won 94 games. So these Yankees find ways to win. Victor, they hit 280-something home runs this year. The long ball. Yeah, the long ball. The long ball got us past a lot of games this year. But it also didn't get us past a lot of games this year. So manufacturing runs, developing runs, making runs happen, moving guys over, timely hitting, stolen bases, hitting runs. You know, a lot of that part of the game is not there for everybody. There's a lot of teams that don't do that shit and still win on a consistent basis. You know, back in the day, stolen bases were huge, man. You had a couple guys with 80, 90. Once in a while, you get a couple guys over 100 stolen bases. You're like, fuck, 100 stolen bases. Ricky Henderson took off almost every fucking time he was on base. The art of base running and base stealing is gone. That's because the managers are too into the analytics of the game that they deprive us of the game the way it should be played. When's the last time you heard of a hit and run? The hit and run's on. When's the last time you saw a batter? When's the last time you saw a batter step out of the batter's box and look down at third base coach to get the sign? Victor, there ain't no signs. Oh, there's no more signs in baseball? The only signs in baseball are for the men's room and the women's room? How much beer is? How much pretzels are? Is that the only signs in baseball anymore? Gee, I'm sorry my game is gone. I kind of like the signs. I kind of like trying to figure out the signs. Wow, that part of the game's gone? Wow. That sucks. Well, when you got guys like Jazz who just love to play the game like they love it, that brings that part of the game back. Because you got to use some guys' talents. Some guys, you got to use their talents. And Jazz can steal a base. Jazz can run bases. Okay? We need him on. And he's got a good glove. He's got to know, though, when to throw and when not to throw. Kind of like Kenny Rogers. When to hold him and when to fold him. Sometimes Jazz tries to make something that just ain't there. So hopefully, he doesn't do that now in the postseason. We want to see him hold the ball instead of throwing it down the right field line. All right, because another thing, let's remember another thing. He's not going to be throwing over to Rice, who's a lot more agile than Goldie. He's pretty much going to have to throw to one spot because Goldie has no range to move off the bag either way or quick enough to move off the bag to get an errant throw from anybody, to be honest with you. As a matter of fact, he's the worst matchup on first to have with Volpe at short. Just saying. Well, anybody, you could have a U-Haul truck. You could have a U-Haul truck at first base with the nose headed, facing the crowd. So the back of the truck is right by first base with the door open. Volpe can throw 10 balls over there. I bet you none of them get inside the truck. He's a fucking waste of space. We'll get to him. Don't worry, Volpe's coming up. You might all want to take a break before Volpe. But Jazz is essential too. We need Jazz in there. We got really, really lucky the other day that Jazz didn't break anything. Because it's been a long time since I seen a player retreat to go get help from a trainer like that. That was spot on immediately. He knew something just wasn't right. And he needed to know quick enough how bad it is. Jazz's wherewithal to turn around and get to that fucking trainer as fast as he did. That put the worry shoes on me. Because I even said in my thing, I was like, hey, people, I think we just lost Jazz for the rest of the year. Because that did not look good. Even on the replay, it didn't look good. Hurt me on the replay. But somehow, some way, this guy's strong enough, fucking physically built good enough to absorb that kind of pain. And we got lucky. We got lucky. Let's see what we got going over here. So Nathan, you retracting? Why are you retracting statements? Yeah, right? I don't know how to pronounce your name there. I'm just going to call you Nathan. Yeah, Nathan, that was an art, man. That was an art. It was an art to your third base coach, man. That shit was an art, bro. Looking over there and you get all this shit, the second tag to the fucking, that's the sign. Where's the sign? Man, that shit was fucking great. Oh, we can't do that now because the pitcher's got to pitch in 15 fucking seconds. Oh, and the batter has to look at the pitcher. The batter has to lock eyes with the pitcher across the way. I looked at him 60 feet, 6 inches away from me. His one blue eye and his one brown eye. And I realized I was up against Justin Verlander. I was batting from the left side. He was throwing from the right side. Our eyes locked. Ball one, the umpire cried. Oh, fuck are we doing? Pitch clock. Fuck out of here with a pitch clock. Now, let's get to this guy. Because a lot of people are down on Wells. A lot of people are iffy on Wells. I like Wells. Wells is gutty. Wells has the most experience right now in postseason behind the plate of any Yankee. There's no other Yankee on the lineup, in the farm club, or down the road who has any more experience behind the plate catching in the postseason than Austin Wells. With that being said, it's the postseason. Everybody resets. Everybody's at zero. Austin Wells should be behind the plate for at least 90 to 95% of the games that the Yankees are going to play in this postseason. I might just give him a day off somewhere along the line, maybe the day before a travel day in the in the division. Maybe the day before travel, I'll give him off so he has that day plus the next day, and then he can go. I got Ben Rice here. I got old reliable Goldie. I could throw him at first. We could put him at first. Actually, if you really want to get creative, you put Dominguez in left, you bring Bellinger in and put him at first. And you put Rice behind the plate. And nobody loses. You don't lose the glove at first. You don't lose nothing behind the plate. Wells gets a couple days off to rest his knees and his arms and stuff. And we're all happy. Managing a baseball club is only difficult when you don't know what the fuck you're doing. When you know what you're doing, if you have a baseball IQ, if you know the game, if you love the game, you can manage a baseball team. It's just simple. Put a lineup together, watch them perform. Somebody's struggling, take them to the side. What's up? What is it? You're hurt? You're not hurt? You hit? Did it? I'm going to move you to 7th. I'm not going to bat you 2nd next time. I'm going to bat you 7th. I'll give you a shot. See, maybe down the line, maybe further down the batting order, you'll do better. Who knows? But if the guy sucks, hey, dude, I got another guy here. He's much better than you. You sit there. We'll figure something out. Don't go nowhere. I still love you. Sit on my bench. We'll figure it out. But all that, this is all lost arts. This is all lost art of managing baseball. It's like you don't manage anymore. You just look at a book and the analytics tell you, or someone's calling from up top. Hey, Bill said that the fucking moon's the fucking 40 degrees north of the Taurus. So I think you better pinch hit. Okay. I had a pinch hit for you. Why? Because the moon's in Aquarius. Are we fucking for real right now? Do you see how much of this game is stupid right now? The game of baseball? If we were still playing the game of baseball, yeah, it still might be difficult because Boone's in charge. But I think the Yankees would have at least a couple more World Series before we're trying to get this one. We'd probably right now be looking at maybe 31, maybe 32. If we were still playing the game of baseball. But now we're playing the game of analytics. We're playing the game of managers don't have fucking balls anymore. We're playing a game that we kowtow to the fucking guy who makes so much money he needs a day off. Paying you a fucking 195 fucking million fucking dollars and you want a day off? Your ass is mine for 162 plus, bitch. You could have all the days off after 162 and whatever after that is over with. You can have all the rest you want, motherfucker. But if as long as I'm paying you 200 fucking million, your ass is going to be right here and it's going to be on the field. You're going to be playing. You're going to be a tired motherfucker. You're going to be a tired son of a bitch when I'm done with you. And speaking of tired, this guy doesn't get tired behind the plate. He doesn't show exhaustion that most catchers do. He doesn't. He struggles at the bat, but that's him. That's in his head. That's just Austin Wells, and he's been like that. He'll break out. Look for him to be a shooting star here in the postseason. Look for Austin Wells. He's going to give us a couple clutch hits. He's going to give us a couple clutch at-bats. Don't forget that at-bat the other night. Don't forget about the bat the other day. Two crucial big at-bats and big innings and run scoring was started by Mr. Wells here. So don't knock Austin Wells. Don't knock him. There's his numbers. Now you see his numbers. You're not guessing at his numbers anymore. It's right there in front of you. You see 118 strikeouts. 118 strikeouts and 401 at bats. I don't know, man. I just don't know. His on base is just under 300. Need Austin Wells behind the plate. You need Austin Wells in the lineup. Yeah, you do. And just based on his experience behind the plate, that's why you need Wells in this lineup. And if you need to spell him, you could always spell him with Rice. Yes, that was original baseball, Jose. That was original real baseball. The days of Earl Weavers and Tony Lasordas and Billy Martins. You know, Sparky Andersons, Tony La Russas, Roger Craig. These are great baseball minds, man. Torrey. These are great baseball minds, man. All destroyed by a bunch of kids in college with a fucking computer. Yes, where you're at, Jose, it's after midnight. It's 12:30 on the East Coast. So, yeah, postseason starts in a few hours. Right now, it's 9:30. It's 63 degrees here in Berkeley, California. And we're going to move on to the next guy. Well, the next guy is Anthony Volpe. So, what I think, it's only fair to everybody here. It's only fair to everybody here. I have to go take a deep breath. And we're going to take a break before we get to Volpe so everybody can catch their breath, get something to drink, get ready to come back because it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly.
Robin and I are going to Cooperstown together, and nobody's going to care that I got 98% of the vote and you only got 77.
Yeah, just like nobody's going to care I won more MVP awards, George.
We'll be too busy celebrating with Miller Lite, which tastes great because it's so smooth.
Well, I think it tastes great because of the choice hops.
Are you sure about that, Robin?
Yeah, I'm sure.
98% sure or just 77% sure?
Miller Lite, the great taste of a true Pilsner beer.
That MVP thing's killing you, isn't it?
Yeah.
My old buddy Jim was a great umpire. He was quick on his feet. He's got eyes like an eagle.
I'm still quick because I don't get filled up. I drink light beer from Miller. Light tastes great. It's less filling. It's got a... What's it say?
Here you go, Jim. Try those.
Oh, yeah. A third less calories than a regular beer. Hey, you're Boog Powell. Hey.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
You know, a lot of people think Billy and I argue all the time. Actually, we agree on just about everything. Right, Bill?
Yeah, you betcha, George.
We even drink the same beer.
Light beer from Miller. Light's got a third less calories than the regular beer, and it's less filling.
And the best thing is it tastes so great.
No, George, the best thing is less filling.
No, Bill, it tastes great.
Less filling, George.
Billy, it tastes great.
Less filling, George.
Billy?
Yeah, George.
You're fired.
Oh, not again.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Boom. All right, we're back. Hope you enjoyed that little brief interlude. Little break for everybody. Catch their breath. Let's move on. We're running out of guys here. We're almost through. We're almost through everybody. And this brings us to Anthony Volpe. Take a look at Volpe's numbers. 153 games. So he was only sat 9 games. He only sat 9 games. This guy was in every game except 9 games this year. 539 at-bats. 539 at-bats. He managed to score 65 runs on 114 hits. He had 32 doubles, he had 4 triples, he had 19 homers, he had 72 RBIs, he had 43 walks, and he struck out 150 times. Stole 18 bases, he got caught 8. He batted .212. His on base was .272. His slugging was .319. He had a .663 OPS. Are you serious? Look, Caballero may be a little bit of a loose cannon, and maybe his glove is, not everything. It's better than Volpe's. His arm is better than Volpe's. He steals more bases than Volpe. He hits better than Volpe. He plays better than Volpe. Look, when you look at the lineup and you find Volpe in it, you just got to hope that the Yankees can keep the ball away from him. You just got to hope that he doesn't get involved anyway with the glove. You just got to hope they don't hit it to him. You got to hope that they don't hit it near him. And then when he comes up, I don't know what to tell you. When he comes up, it's a fucking out, man. Right there in the fucking, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. 212. We were told he's an elite shortstop. Then we're told he's a hurt shortstop. Then we're told he's a cortisone shortstop. Then we're told he's a postseason shortstop. Then look, one of the main things that people have a problem with Volpe is that we were fucking tired of him being shoved down our fucking throats. We were tired of him being shoved down our throat. Constantly shoved down our throat. He's elite. He's this. He's that. He's this. And then you sit there and you watch him and you're like, why is this kid playing? Why is this kid on a professional baseball team right now? Shouldn't he be in the minors? Shouldn't this kid looks like he's not ready for the major leagues. Maybe he should be down in the minors. But did they bring him up too soon? Look, I don't know what the fucking love affair is with Volpe. But being born in New Jersey didn't do me much. I just telling you, Volpe's a liability. Volpe is the liability. He is the weakest link in the chain. Every time Volpe is in the lineup, we are weaker, we are hurting, and we are in trouble. The other day, he fucking tripping over his own freaking feet going for a ground ball. Then he throws the ball, and it bounces fucking 5 feet after second base, and actually bounced again before it got to Rice up the right field line. On a routine ground ball. Routine ground ball turned into a absolute fucking circus act by Volpe. It's like every time he touches the fucking ball, it's a fucking circus act. He's the only guy I have walk-up music for. Yeah, when he comes up to bat, I play the music. That's what it's like. It's like a like a dancing poodle. Absolutely. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. I'm blasting the guy because, no, I don't like him as a baseball player. I don't think he's a very good baseball player. I just don't. There's nothing there for me with Volpe. Nothing. There's nothing there. I say, but yeah, but he can steal. Nah, he can't steal a base. Why? He's never on base. And then when he is, he don't go nowhere. That's why he's only got 18 stolen bases. So we know he's been on base 114 times with a hit. 32 doubles. Whatever. 20 homers. So what do we got to take? We got to take 52 of those hits away. Do you really want to do the math on Volpe? Do you really want to do this to yourself? Do you really want to torture yourself? Because everybody talks about it's numbers, right? Everybody's with the numbers. Okay? It's numbers. 114 hits minus. What was I doing there? Minus 32. Minus 19. You take his doubles and home runs away. Volpe's got 63 hits on the year. You take those doubles. I'm leaving the triples in there. I'm still giving him 4 triples. You take the 32 doubles and the 19 homers away from Anthony Volpe with 539 at-bats. We'll do the math. Hold on. 63 hits. What's he got? 539? 539 minus, what did I say? Minus 32 minus 19. He would have 63 hits in 488 at-bats. And let's divide that by 63. So that'll be 63 divided by 488 equals. Okay. So we took the 32 doubles and the 19 home runs away from Anthony Volpe out of his 114 hits, which left us with 63 hits. We removed the at-bats of the 32 and the 19. We just took them out, and it brought us down to 488 at-bats. So 63 divided into that, Anthony Volpe, minus doubles and home runs this year, batted 129. Everybody wanted to blast this kid. It's okay. He strikes out a lot. He does this. There's his Yankee numbers. Because here on the third floor, we know he came from Colorado. He had a lot of numbers. I don't give a fuck what he did in Colorado. This is what he did as a Yankee. 54 games as a Yankee, 159 at-bats, 20 runs, 33 hits, 8 doubles, no triples, 4 homers, 18 RBIs, 21 walks. 62 strikeouts, and he batted 208 as a Yankee. 308 OP on base, a 333 slug, and a 6'4", 641 OPS. The only thing with McMahon is, I'm just guessing here. I think it's selection. It's pitch selection. It's something that doesn't trigger his brain to swing at the really good pitches. With that being said, if you pay attention to Ryan McMahon throughout the game, and you do what I do, I try to keep a note of how many pitches he takes per at bat. And I had him in one game in 3 at bats. In 3 at bats, he had taken 24 pitches. It's 8 pitches at a bat. You got a starting pitcher who's going to throw 24 pitches to just one batter. To me, that's pretty productive as a batter. Now, the results are different. Whether the results are a walk or the results are a hit or the results are a strikeout. That's what it is. That's the stat. No argument there. Most of the time with him, 8 out of 10 times, it's negative. But you take the good with the bad, even though he might have struck out. He struck out 9 pitches, 8 pitches, 10 pitches, 10 pitch at bat, 9 pitch at bat, 8 pitch at bat. That's a lot of pitches to put a batter away. So, like I said, you take the good with the bad. When this kid's pretty much focused in the box, I'm not saying you don't get it, you're not guaranteed a hit. But most of the time when he's in the box, he's going to make something happen, whether it be on a positive level or a negative with a positive result. It's very possible. It's no different than a guy hitting the ball the opposite way to move a runner over. It's no different than a guy hitting a fly ball and giving up his at-bat to get a run in or to get a runner over. That's what I'm talking about here. And Ryan McMahon is that kind of player. Ryan McMahon is that mentality of a baseball player. Ryan McMahon is a good at-bat. He's a good at-bat. And again, the result is what it is. But within his at-bat, what is he doing to his, what is going on with his at-bat? And most of the time, he's making a pitcher work. So in a situation like maybe tomorrow with Crochet, you got this guy up there, and he takes a couple pitches, works the count full, and then fouls off 2 or 3, and then strikes out. Okay, well, guess what? Crochet is now 11 pitches lighter than he was when he started that at bat. And depending where it lies in the game, you get a couple extra pitches out of him in the second inning. You know, make him pitch a little extra. Second inning. Come around 5, 6, after a couple wore down at-bats by certain guys, and Bellinger fouls balls off like they're going out of style. And this kid here likes taking pitches. And he could waste them. But sometimes he misses the waste pitch because he's thinking something else. That's his problem. Now, if Kevin Long was still here, I don't think this is the Brian McMahon we'd be talking about. I think these numbers here that you see would be a little bit better with a Kevin Long. I don't have a lot of faith in any of the coaches right now that the Yankees have on their bench. I think Aaron Boone's got one of the worst coaching staffs there is. To me, Blake is a joke. Obviously, the hitting coach, this guy, he's not doing his job. He's not doing his job. Not when guys are striking out 150 times. 100 times, 130 times, 147 times, 130 times, 140 times, 157 times. That's also the sign of a bad hitting coach, no? When guys just can't put numbers up and they're just putting strikeouts up. Yankees get a lot of fucking strikeouts, man. That's why I don't get excited when they start striking out a lot in the game. I'm like, I'm used to this. I just got to wait for the hit in the long ball now. They strike out over 7, 8 times, man. It's a long ball or die game. Once they hit 7 strikeouts, 8 strikeouts, it's long ball or die for the Yankees. It is no longer a matter of, we're gonna manufacture a run here, small ball. No. That part of the Yankee game is thrown out the fucking window, bro. That part of the Yankee game doesn't exist. There is no call for the Yankees to do anything when they strike out 7, 8 times like that. It is long ball city or bust. Once in a while, a blind squirrel will find a nut, but the Yankees don't find that nut too often. Being with all that said, yeah, Ryan McMahon is important. And yes, Ryan McMahon needs to be in this lineup, if not for anything, for his freaking defense. This guy is flashing leather at third base like Nettles. He's flashing leather like Nettles. And I am super excited to see this kid play defense in the postseason. To bring back those memories of the days of Greg Nettles at third base. Because you guys remember who are old enough. Anything hit down third base during the postseason, we didn't care. It wasn't getting any further than Nettles' glove. This kid here, this kid's got some leather. Ugh, boy. I'm really not trying to rag on this guy. I'm really not. I'm trying not to, but you got to call it the way it is. The Goldschmidt that we got is not the Goldschmidt we thought we were getting. The Goldschmidt we got is a shell of what Goldschmidt was in St. Louis. This guy's had a brilliant career. He's probably going to the Hall of Fame. But as a Yankee, man, I don't know. And these numbers to me are mind-blowing. Because it's like I don't even remember him playing this much. I don't even remember him. And I think it's because of the numbers that follow. He's in 146 games. 489 at-bats. 76 runs. 134 hits. 31 doubles. 134 hits and 31 doubles. And I don't know how he got a triple. Guy must have fucking fell down 3 times in the outfield. 10 homers and 45 RBIs. That's where it falls off for me. That's where it falls off is like, what did he do? What did he do? He drove in 45 runs on the year. In all honesty, 10 home runs. So you take the 10 home runs, he's got 35 RBIs. I don't know if he hit a couple 2-runners or 3-runners, but even if they're just solo home runs, if he hit 10 solo home runs this year, you take that away, you got 35 RBIs. Why is this guy in the lineup in the postseason? He batted .274. Okay. He had a lot of singles, man. He had a lot of fucking singles. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. His on base is 328. Okay. A 403 slug. Okay. 731 OPS. Okay. He struck out 100 times. And he drove in 45 guys. That's not power numbers. What is Boone telling us by putting him in there? Need a single? That's all you're going to get. If you get that. We've been beat over the head that Goldschmidt murders, kills. Sorry, YouTube. He slays lefties. This guy tears them up. Lefties ain't got a shot against Goldie. His last 5 hits, 3 of them come off a righty. 2 of them went to right field, 1 he pulled. Meaningless hits. He fucking dropped the ball the other night. It was fucking routine. He has no range anymore at first because he can't fucking move. Did you see the effort he had to put forth to score the other day, rounding third? I think the other team didn't throw just out of mercy. I felt bad. I'm like, oh my God, is he okay? Is he going to make it? Somebody get him a wheelchair. Sorry, Goldie, but no, man, your better days are behind you, bro. Better days are behind you. You know, unfortunately for you, we got a guy named Ben Rice that's sitting because of you. We have a guy sitting because of you, because of your reputation that you carried for all these years that is no longer part of your game. You are not a long ball threat, brother. You're not a threat to drive people in. You're a single. You are a single. And then someone's going to have to hit the shit out of the ball to get you past second. Goldschmidt should be nowhere near the fucking lineup. Goldschmidt should be nowhere near the lineup. Why don't you just have Ahmed Rosario DH for Stanton tomorrow? Why don't you just do that? Why not? Why don't you put Dominguez in center and move Grisham to left? Why not? Got Goldschmidt at first. Why not? You have shoved Volpe down our throat to the point now we got to sit here and sweat shortstop every game because you don't want to put Caballero in there for whatever fucking reason. You already admitted that Volpe's hurt, needs a cortisone shot. If I got a guy that's hurt, needs a cortisone shot to play, when I got a guy on the bench who's better than him without the cortisone shot, with the cortisone shot, without the cortisone shot, the guy on the bench is better than him. But I got to have Volpe out there because I don't know why. I got to have Goldie out there because I don't know why. I know why, because Boone's a fucking moron. This cat should not be in the fucking lineup tomorrow. There's no reason for him to be in this lineup tomorrow. Oh, but there's a lefty. I don't fucking want to hear this fucking lefty shit with Goldie. I'm done with it. Done. I'm done with it. I'm done with fucking Boone. I'm done with his stupid question. I'm done with his stupid answers during the post games. I'm done.
How can you talk if you haven't got a brain?
I don't know. But some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
Boone putting Goldie in this lineup. And as of right now, I don't know if he's starting Volpe, but you could almost guarantee it. You got a house and you owe a lot of money. Find someone who will take a bet that Volpe's in the lineup tomorrow and you win. When I see this shit, when I see Goldie's in the lineup, when I see Volpe's in the lineup, I just think to myself,
looks like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
this guy comes over, he sets the world on fire for us. Here's his Yankee numbers, folks. If you're wondering what his Yankee numbers are, not his season numbers, his Yankees numbers. What do you do as a Yankee? That's what you want to know, right? That's why I gave you Ryan McMahon's numbers as a Yankee, not what he did all year. What did he do as a Yankee? Because that's all that's important. What did he do in pinstripes? That's all I give a fuck about. I don't give a shit what this kid did in fucking Tampa. I don't give a shit what he did in Colorado. What did he do for me? And I like the numbers I see. I like these numbers. 40 games, 79 at-bats, 15 runs, 21 hits, 6 doubles, no triples, no homers. Oh, yeah, he did hit a home run. I forgot to put home runs in there. Whatever the fuck. I think it was 5. 5 homers. 4 homers. Something. Whatever the fuck. Doesn't matter. He's not challenging fucking Hank Aaron anytime soon. 9 RBIs. 14 walks, 18 strikeouts, 15 stolen bases, and he got caught 3 times. More or less, he got picked off 2 times and got caught stealing once. If a pick off, I don't know. I don't even know if that stat exists, whatever. 372 on base. So almost 400 as a Yankee. He had a 456 slug as a Yankee. He's got an 828 OPS as a Yankee. And he's on the bench. Because of this guy. Because of this guy is on the bench. And these numbers, this base threat, this base stealing threat, this almost single is a double, get a runner in scoring position, because it's the postseason and we like to take advantage of that. And we like to get it going quickly. We like to move quick on shit like that. But we'll have Goldie and Volpe in the fucking infield. So 2 weak spots already, and we haven't even thrown a pitch. You don't think the Red Sox know this shit? Don't you think the Red Sox know this? Hey, let's try to hit the ball to Volpe to make him make a throw, to throw over to Goldie, who's fucking crippled. Let's try, see how much range Goldie has. Let's abuse him. Let's go right after him. So if the Red Sox decide that, hey, we're going to attack short and first tomorrow, and that's where we're going to attack that side of the infield, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. And then Boone will say, hey, that Volpe is elite. Yeah, he's elite. Yeah, he's elite. You're elite. You're a fucking elite asshole, Boone. I'm just gonna say I want Caballero to start at shortstop in the postseason and have Volpe on the bench for, I don't know, pinch running or something. I don't know. Bring him in when we're up like 12. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's disgusting that this kid's going to be on the bench. Disgusting that he's going to be on the bench. Not sure where this guy's going to fit in, but he's a ball of energy. I guess it's not too bad to come off the bench. He hasn't done much, but then again, Boone hasn't used him. 16 games, 33 at-bats, 1 run, 10 hits, 3 doubles, no triples, 1 homer, 5 RBIs, no walks, 9 strikeouts, 303 average, 303 on base, 485 slug, and a 780 OPS. That's Amon Rosario. I'm not very familiar with his play. I know he's a decent ball player. I know he's a decent glove. And I know he's full of energy. And I'm happy he's on our bench. Fuck. My bad. Sorry. And then we come to the last piece of offense, as far as I'm concerned. After that, nothing else matters. What do we do with this kid? What do we do with this kid? Do we package him next year to see if we can do something instead of holding up his career? This kid's got great talent. This kid's going to be a talent. This kid's going to be a great ball player. But right now, the Yankees don't seem to have time for him. And what I mean by that, they don't seem to have time to teach him how to run bases. They don't have time to teach him how to catch a ball in left field. They don't have time to tell him which base to throw to in the situation that it's in. They don't have time to work with him as a switch hitter, which is something in Yankee history and Yankee lore that is, throughout the years, been one of the most essential things that the Yankees have. Mickey Mantle, switch hitter. Jorge Posada. And everybody in between. There ain't many in between that were as effective or as brutal switch hitter as Mickey Mantle. Jorge, pretty good switch hitters. Born Yankee switch hitters. And then you got this kid, switch hitter. Weak from the right side. Why is that? Well, they don't play him against that. They don't play him against lefties. Why don't they play him against lefties? Well, he can't hit lefties. You play him against lefties? Well, no, because he can't hit them. Well, how do you expect him to hit them if he doesn't play against them? Hey, I'm Aaron Boone. It says right here in my analytic book. Right here in my analytic book says that. Oh, in your analytic book. Oh, okay. I got it. I think what you should do is take your analytic. I'd like to take your analytic book and bash you over the fucking head with it. Ow! Yeah, that's what I'd like to do with it. 123 games Dominguez got into. 381 at-bats, 58 runs, 98 hits, 18 doubles, 1 triple, 10 homers, 47 RBIs, 41 walks, 115 strikeouts, 23 stolen bases, 5 caught steal. Oh, you mean he could steal bases too? Oh, yeah, he could steal bases. Oh, really? But that's only from when he gets on base from one side of the plate, right? Well, yeah, we use him very limited from the right side, so all those stolen bases are from when he swings lefty. Oh, gotcha. Thank you. Got it. All right. 5 caught stealings, batted .257. 381 at bats. That's pretty healthy. It's almost 400 at bats. You see everybody else is in the high 400s. Only Volpe and Bellinger close to 500 or over 500 or whatever they were. So where's this kid's numbers lie? Well, didn't I see these numbers somewhere before? Didn't I just see these numbers somewhere before? If you're playing at home, you know you did. 10 homers, 45 RBIs, 100 strikeouts. 10 homers, 47 RBIs, 115 strikeouts. 381 at-bats. 489 at-bats. Wow. So his numbers are close to Goldschmidt's. Well, sort of. 23 less games. So in 23 less games, he hit the same amount of homers and had the same RBIs? And the same amount of strikeouts as Goldie? Yeah, he did. Wow. How many stolen bases did Goldie have? Oh, come on. Stop it now. Stop it now. Now you're getting crazy. Now you're getting crazy. Don't ask those kind of questions, you silly goose. Dominguez is going to be a player who's going to shadow Stanton. I wouldn't look at anything else other than that for Dominguez, probably up into the World Series, and we'll have to see where we're at when we get to the World Series, if we have any injuries, if we're looking okay, or anything like that. But for the most part, right here, this is Stanton's legs late in the game. That's Stanton's legs late in the game. Or, God forbid, someone gets hurt, one of our outfielders goes down. And then you got to plug in Dominguez. It's a no-brainer after that. He needs to be in there. You're looking at Goldschmidt's numbers, right? And you're not looking at you take Goldschmidt's down. And there's Dominguez. So you got guys putting the same numbers up as guys that are playing way ahead of them, a lot more than them, and they're equaling their numbers in the categories that everybody likes to talk about. Home runs, RBIs, and strikeouts. I just showed you 3 fucking guys. I just showed you 3 fucking guys who match perfectly. I just showed you 3 guys who match perfectly. Keep going here, man, because now we're gonna get into a different portion. So that's your hitting, that's the bench, that's what I like. That's kind of my lineup there. And that's how I feel about all those guys as far as our offensive outputting goes. As far as, what I think it should be. I gave you the comparisons. I told you who should be in there. And I think I gave you a good argument on everybody, man. And what that lineup should be. That lineup should not contain Volpe. That lineup should not contain Goldie. And if that's our lineup tomorrow, it's not going to be easy to beat the Boston Red Sox. We'll beat them because we'll get to a Crochet eventually, and we'll take them deep. We'll take him deep, or whoever they bring in, we'll take deep, and we'll break their hearts with a long ball, probably late. A whole shitload of unnecessary drama and stress. As I like to say on the show, the stress and drama meter is now activated. And that's usually when you see Cruz or Duvall or Mark Leiter Jr. or Devin Williams come in. The only guy I see come out of that bullpen, and I'm like, whew, thank God, that's Hill. Hill's the only guy coming out of that bullpen I like. Even Bednar, I'm like, Christ, here we go. It's going to take this guy fucking 40 pitches to get this save. And he's going to put runners on. And he's not going to give me closers. He's not going to give me closers numbers. He's not going to give me the closers numbers that a classic closer does. He's just not going to give it to you. All right, we're going to get into pitching. We're going to talk about the pitchers, break it down, then we're going to get out of here. And we'll be right back to get into the pitching.
I've had to write some tough things about some tough guys. But there's one guy I can't write anything bad about. His unique brand of baseball has made him a living legend. So have his commercials. They got me to try his favorite beer, light beer from Miller. Light's less filling and it really tastes great. So I bought this light for that renowned yet humble man, Art Thornberry.
Cheer up, Billy. One day you'll be famous just like me.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
And less. The great Billy Martin. All right, folks, we're going to get ready to get into the Yankees pitching. I'm going to break them all down. Nithin, thank you for stopping in, Nithin. I was on a rant, and I'm looking straight ahead. I just looked over, and I seen that the chat lit up. Appreciate you, Nithin. How are you doing? I wish you all the best on your trip on Thursday. Please, like I said to you, please, 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 please be safe. This fucking world is an absolute cesspool of disgusting human beings throughout the planet. And you're going into some really rough area. You know, you're going into a part of the world that at one time probably was a nice place to go and visit and see and everything, and now it's just be careful over there, brother. That's all I ask. Just please, Nithin, please be careful. Keep your head on a swivel over there. Hope you have a great time. After all that, hey, have a great time. You know what I mean, brother. I only say that because I love you and I mean it. And I think everybody would agree with me. The world has gone fucking Lulu. Okay? Be careful. So we're going to get ready to break into the pitching staff. We only got a few more players to do it. And then I'll wrap it up. We can get out of here. Appreciate everybody coming in. Please hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub. I would appreciate that. And we'll be right back after this quick message. Well, not a message. We'll be back after this Yankee moment. Enjoy this Yankee moment. You hear the sound of that ball exploding off the bat of Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. Man, that's such a beautiful sound. But like I said earlier, man, with Judge and just taking all of Ruth's, just matching Ruth almost step by step, passing them like with numbers. And like I said, if Judge hits 50 homers next year, he's going to be the only person in fucking the history of the game to ever do that. To have 550 home run seasons? Come on, people. Do you really think that you honestly, seriously think that there's any question of who the MVP is in the American League? Even if they name Raleigh, you think anybody's going to look at that and go, "What the fuck was that about?" They must not like that dude, huh? What was that? What was the judge doing? Was he hanging at the kid's bus stop too long? What the fuck? Why didn't he win MVP that year? This guy with the big giant ass hit 60 homers, and you want him to be MVP? Get the fuck out of here. That guy hardly leads his team, and that guy hardly leads his team in any fucking offensive categories other than RBIs and fucking homers. Homers, RBIs, and slugging. That's all he fucking leads the team in. And you want to say, well, he's having such a great year. Ah, fuck out of here. Oh, fuck out of here. You're fucking crazy. People are nuts. Like, you see what I'm saying, Nathan? Do you understand that? If people are telling you that Cal Raleigh is the MVP in fucking baseball this year with the numbers that Judge put up, then you know I'm telling you the truth. The world is a fucking nut. It's nuts. Everybody on it is fucking, either the planet's spinning too hard and some people just can't handle the pressure, or some people are just going, woohoo. Some people went to lunch and it's dinner time. All right, let's get into the pitching, because this is going to be fun, and we're going to break this down quickly because this all speaks for itself. This all speaks for itself when it comes to the pitching staff of the New York Yankees. This is what we got. We got the best throwing lefty in the game. Why is this guy's name not even mentioned in Cy Young talks? I hear they're talking about this guy, and they're talking about, what's his name, from Detroit, and they're talking about this guy over here. Hey, yo, fucking people. Is it just because when the Yankees are just good and they have great players and the great players have great years that you kind of go, well, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I just saw a guy with a big ass hit 60 homers. That's an MVP, right? No, I think a guy that hit whose his OPS is 1.144, higher than Maris and Mantle from 61. I think that's your MVP. There's just a few numbers. That's just a few numbers. But why is this guy not mentioned in the Cy Young? He's the first guy to win 20 games, 19 games. He should have won 20 games, by the way. Actually, this guy should have been. This guy should have rivaled. In all honesty, he struggled with the blister, and if they did the right fucking thing right away with the blister, this kid had a chance to match Guidry. He had a chance to match Guidry. Why, Victor? Oh, did you forget that Guidry went 26-5? This cat had a chance at least 24-5. And I think his ERA might have been a little lower. But he had a chance to fucking get up there with some numbers with Ron Guidry. 25-4, 25-5 with a 1.89. Over 25. Guidry? Fucking lefty. Yankees pride themselves on lefty pitching and lefty power. The Yankees are a lefty team. And his cat is probably the best lefty in the game right now pitching. My bias? Maybe. Look at the fucking numbers. I don't know. Let's look at his numbers and tell me, how's he match up against the guy who's Cy Young in it? Does the guy in the Cy Young race have 19 wins? First one in the American League since, 2019? I still can't believe that there hasn't been a 20-game winner in the American League since 2019. I'm sorry, I can't believe that, but they told me that's what it is. So you get the first 19-game winner in 6 years, and you're not even going to consider him or talk about him as a Cy Young? Are you serious right now? He's 19-5. He's 19-5 and had blister issues. He took his ERA from almost 4 and brought it down to 2.86. He started 32 games. 195 in the third innings. 164 hits. He gave up 73 runs. Only 62 of them earned. Only gave up 14 fucking home runs. 195 in the third innings pitched. 14 home runs. Hit 10 guys. He only walked 51. Struck out 189. Almost 200 guys. He had a whip of 1.10. And the league batted .223 against him. And we're not talking Cy Young for Max Fried. Is that what you're telling me? Max Fried is not in the Cy Young. Okay. I got it. So everybody knows. Max Fried is not into Cy Young talking because... Exactly. There is no fucking reason. Okay. So that's Max Fried. He's not in, we're not even going to talk about Max Fried as Cy Young. Okay. Guy had a great year. I don't know. Those look like Cy Young numbers to me. You want to compare those Cy Young numbers to Jason DeGrom when he won his Cy Young? Oh, give me tomorrow. Before the Yankee game tomorrow, I will have that fucking comparison for you. I'll get the numbers of Jason DeGrom's fucking 500 fucking year that he won a fucking Cy Young when guys were fucking 80 times better than him, and the Mets, they still didn't finish that year. They're still fucking finishing that year. They still didn't finish that year. Oh, fuck out of here with these fuck. What are you doing? Who the fuck votes on this stuff anyway? That's what I want. Who's voting on the Cy Young and MVPs? Who are these people? Show your face. Guys that work at ICE, they have a reason to cover their face. You guys are voters, voting for Cy Youngs and MVPs of guys who we love and cherish and go fucking bananas over all year, getting us fucking numbers and well, my guy's better than your fucking, my guy's better than your fucking. Who are you fucking people? Who are you people that cause me this kind of anguish? Show your faces. Son of a bitches. All right, so you don't want to talk about Max Fried as a Cy Young? Fine. Want to talk about his counterpart? Another lefty? Want to talk about another lefty? You want to talk about a real beast? The guy I affectionately call Rodan? This guy's a beast. This guy stepped in the ring with fucking Godzilla. So the other guy, Max Fried, his numbers ain't good enough for Cy Young. Okay, what about this guy? I don't know. He only won 18 and lost 9. And he had a 3.09 ERA. The fuck out of here. He's over 3. Oh, shit. You mean he's out of the race because he's over 3 in the ERA? Yeah. You can't have 3 ERA. Get the fuck out of here. What are you, crazy? What's wrong with you, son? Get out of here. But he started 33 games. Doesn't matter. He had 195 in the third innings pitch. The same exact amount of innings pitched as Max Fried. Yeah, your point? Oh, you listening? Because he's 11, he's about 20 points above ERA. No, 11 and 9. Yeah, he's 20 points on ERA. He's 20 points over that. Whoa, that's a lot. But he has the same amount of innings. So this guy here has the same amount of innings as the other guy for the Cy Young we were talking about, that we weren't talking about? Yeah. Well, how's his numbers in that 195 compared to the other guy in the 195? Well, fuck, let's see. Because we were thinking about the other guy's Cy Young, right? You're damn right we were. All right. Well, let's see. What did Max Fried do in 195 in the third innings pitched? He gave up 164 hits. Oh, wait a minute. So Rodon Gave up 32 less hits in the same amount of innings? Yep. Carlos Rodon gave up 74 runs in 132 hits. What about Fried? He gave up 73 runs, 62 earned, and 164 hits. But Rodon gave up 74 runs, but only 62 earned. Right. How many home runs did he give up? 22? What about the other guy? 14? So the other guy, the same amount of innings, gave up 32 more hits, 4 more homers, and 2 less runs? Yeah, man. Wow, these guys are almost a mirror of each other. Well, goddamn. How many did he hit? Oh, he hit 10. How many Rodon hit? He hit 9. Whoa. How about walks? 73. Fried, 51. Wait a minute. In the same amount of innings, he gave up 73 walks, 22 more than the other guy, but the other guy gave up 32 less hits. Yeah, but the other guy gave up 2 less runs. Wow. What about the home runs? The home runs, I told you, he gave up 14, the other guy gave up 22, so that's 6 more. Oh, that's not too bad. Well, let's get down to the strikeouts. Well, Rodon, he struck out 203. Fried got 189, just 11 short. That's 14 short. But the same amount of innings. Yeah, the same amount of innings. The other guy had 14 more strikeouts. You ain't making this argument for Cy Young easy, I'll tell you that. What's his whip? His whip is 1.05. What was the other guy's? 1.10. Fuck. All right. Toe tail sign. What did they bat off of him? Well, Rodon, they batted 188. Okay. What did they bat off of Fried? Well, Fried, they batted 223. Hold it, hold it, hold it. You talking 35 points? I'm talking 35 points in batting average. Well, hot damn. My friend, you made an argument for both of them. Because goddamn, they're both fucking Cy Young candidates as far as I'm concerned. I told you, folks, you want numbers, you want comparisons, you want facts, you want to know why I ain't worried, you want to know why most of the fucking awards and all this other stuff is bullshit? Look at these fucking numbers these two put up. These are back-to-back lefties. And people are going, hey, did you hear that the Red Sox Game 3 pitcher is hurt and won't start? Of course he's not going to start. He ain't going to need to be starting because you got these two guys pitching Game 1 and 2. Who fucking cares about Gelato? All I know is Giolito or Gelato, whatever his name is, they should have just came out and said, hey, he ain't pitching till next year. God damn, he can't pitch Game 3, so he ain't pitching until next year because god damn, we're going to the Bronx to play the Yankees in the postseason. And fuck, Max Fried's pitching Game 1 and Carlos Rodon is pitching Game 2. Yeah, but they ain't Cy Young candidates. I don't give a fuck. You see their numbers? Will Warren. I'll give it to you like this, people. Will Warren. Well, I still got Rodon up there. I just like having Rodon up there. Come on. Gotta get out of here, Rodon. Gotta move Rodon down. Come on, Rodon. I don't want to go on to see. I'm a Cy Young. That's a Cy Young fucking Rodon, man. That's what Rodon would. That's how the Cy Young should be if Rodon gets it. Rodon gets it. All right, get out of here, Rodon. Let's get back to Will Warren. Poor Will Warren. I love Will Warren. And what a gutsy performance this year. But you know what, folks? I'm just gonna be honest. I'm moving on from Will Warren because I'm just gonna say this. Thank you, Will Warren. You gave us a hell of a year. You pitched your balls off. You did a great fucking job. You gave us all you can. Enjoy your time off till next year. Get Will Warren off the fucking off the playoff roster. I don't want to see him in the postseason. I don't want to see him in wild cards. I don't want to see him in divisional, and I don't want to see him in the World Series. I'll see plenty of Will Warren next year in the postseason and the divisional play and the World Series. I'll see plenty of them next year in that because they'll be right back. But if they want to keep pitching this guy this year, we won't see Will Warren till about, I don't know, maybe May or July next year, because he won't be available at the beginning of the season because he'll have a dead arm. Get Will Warren off the postseason roster now. Him and Slater, no brainers. Everybody's calling they won't want Mark Beer Gut Leiter on there. Really? Really? You don't want the Beer Gut on there? Shit. Well, you see his numbers. But Will Warren, again, 9-8 on the year, 4.44 ERA, 33 games, 33 games started, 162 in the third innings, 158 hits, 90 runs, 80 earned, 22 homers, 4 hit by bats, 65 walks, 171 strikeouts, 1.37 whip, and they batted .250 against them. That's a good year. Thank you. Move on. Shut them down. And anybody who said that this kid shouldn't be the Game 3 starter, guess what? You're right. Because we don't need him to start Game 3. He'll start Game 3 against the Blue Jays. Okay? So relax, people. Cam Schlittler is not your third starter this week because there is no Game 3 this week. Okay? Plain and simple, folks. Calm down. And another thing, lay off Cam. Cam is 100% better than Gil. Or Gila. Or Gila Monster, as I like to call him. Okay? He's better than him. He's got more tenacity. He's got better control. He's got better stuff. He's a better pitcher. He does not get rattled. He's something special. He's something special. And I forgot to put his walks in there. I forgot to put his walks in there. Fuck. 84 strikeouts. Yeah, he gave up 8 homers, hit 5 batters. Oh, there you go. He walked 31 guys. All right, so he walked 31 guys. So 31 guys in, well, let's run his numbers down. So remember that. He got 31 walks. So he was 4-3, 2.96, so his ERA lands under 3. 14 games started, 73 in the third. Seems like he pitched more than that, but 73 in the third innings pitched, 58 hits, which is tremendous. 24 runs, 24 earned, 8 homers, 5 hit by pitch, 31 walks, 84 strikeouts, a 1.22 whip, and the league batted .217 against them. That's my number 3 starter in the postseason. Okay? That's my number 3 starter. Who else is going to be the number 3 starter? It ain't going to be Gil. And it can't be Warren because Warren's got to get out of here. You got to shut Warren down. So you probably maybe move Yarbrough up into a starting position if you want. Then you got 3 lefties going. And then Cam be your only righty with Gil. I mean, you could do what you got to do. Or you just go with a 4-man row. And you just throw the dice when you got Gila Monster out there. But these numbers here for this guy, I'm super excited about watching this kid grow as a Yankee pitcher. We really got something special here. And hopefully we don't fucking ruin him. That's what I hope for. I hope we just don't ruin the kid. Kid's something very, 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 very special. And I'm looking for him to have a really huge postseason for us. I really don't care if his performances are 4 innings, 5 innings, or 7 innings. Because I know if he goes 4 or 5 or 7 or whatever, this kid's giving me 1,000%. And I have not seen him rattled. In 73 innings, in the 14 games I've watched him, I have yet to see this kid rattled. This is another one. This is another guy who's flirting on the outside looking in of the MVP of the postseason. Oh yeah, mark my words. Mark my words. He's on the outside. He's looking in the window. He could see the MVP trophy. He's like, man, that's a long ways away. I have to do an awful lot to do that. No, you don't, kid. Technically speaking, all you need is 3 really strong starts in the postseason to be considered that MVP. Huh? Don't be surprised. This kid becomes our hero in this postseason, especially with his role as a starting pitcher in this rotation and the responsibility he's about to take on as the number 3 starter for the New York Yankees in the postseason. There ain't too many young pitchers that come along in any organization that they have, let alone the faith to think about him being a third, but making him the third because he earned it. He earned it. And congratulations to Cam. It's been an absolute pleasure watching him this year. I like this kid. And this kid's got a hell of a future as a Yankee. If they don't kill him, abuse him. You know what I mean. Now, this guy, the Gila Monster. Look, I like this kid. This kid's got stuff, but this kid ain't got the right stuff yet. Rattled way too easy. And when he's rattled, he has no control. He's barely aiming the pitch anymore. He's more or less just throwing. Walks too many. But we'll look at his numbers. But between his control, his inability to really just put anybody away, to have a quick inning or anything like that, he shows shades of brilliance. Absolute brilliance, man. To the point where you're like, God damn, this is it. And then it comes out the next inning, and you're like, who's pitching? Who's this guy? Oh, that's the same guy. Get the fuck out of here. That's the same guy. It's just lights out. Yeah, he was just lights out a minute ago. Now every light in the fucking house is on, including the basement and the attic. Matter of fact, the garage light's on. 4-1. 3.32 ERA. 11 games started. 57 innings pitched in those 11 starts. Do the math, that's just a little bit over 5. 47 hits. 47 hits in 57 innings. That's a lot of hits. 23 runs, 21 earned, 5 homers, 1 hit batter, 33 walks, 41 strikeouts. 41 strikeouts, 57 innings. 33 walks, 57 innings. That equals a 1.40 whip. And they batted .226 against them. Not my number 3. He's my, if anything, he has to be into my number 4. You know, I roll the dice with this kid every time. You can see he barely averages anything over 5 innings. I need somebody that can get me past 5. I need someone that can get me into 7. Now, Max, Rodon, and Cam, they all did that in concession. Showed longevity in their final starts. In my opinion, Boone pushed Cam way too far in his last start. That kid really didn't need to be out there. He left Cam out there way too long. Kid should have came out of the game around the 5th inning. Or even the 3rd inning. Because at that point, you could have turned that into a bullpen game and you're still going to win. And you could have got by with 3 guys. You could have easily went Cam, Hill, and then Warren. But Gil, like I said, he just needs some more nurturing. He needs some more guidance. He needs some more coaching. He needs to understand what it is to not be rattled. He has to know what it's like not to be rattled by an umpire who's not cooperating, or if he's getting hit hard, or he's just having control problems. When he has control problems, they go off the screws because he gets even more frustrated. Look, he just needs a little tweak here and there. We're going to see him. He's going to get a start somewhere along the line. And when he gets that start, we just have to be ready, man, and we have to be prepared. And we shouldn't be there shocked and yelling and screaming if he's not doing good by the 4th or 5th inning, if he's doing his norm. 60, 70 pitches, 4 innings. Unfortunately, it's something we got to live with right now until they do something with it. But then you say, hey, man, they got a guy like Cam. How come he's like that and this kid's like this? I don't know, man. Those are the questions you have to ask Blake and Boone and Cashman. So Gil, he'll be all right, I hope. It's just a matter of what Gil takes the mound and what they do with him, man, to be honest with you. Now, this next guy up, man, I don't know why everybody's down on him, man. 'Cause I like Beer Gut. I like the Beer Gut. I like Mark Beer Gut Leiter Jr. I like this kid for many reasons. Hey, Angus, what'd you pop in? Damn, I just look over and someone else is in there. What's up, Angus? How are you, man? You're up late. But Mark Beer Gut Leiter Jr., I don't know, people are really blasting this kid for whatever reason. I get it, man. He's not the best coming out of that bullpen. But he's one of the few that has a heart, who plays hard, who feels the frustration, who's trying to do his best. And he don't get a lot of cooperation from umpires. Look, I'm not making excuses for him. But the way it goes, and the way the numbers are, and you break it down, this is the guy that gets hurt the most by umpires. And what I mean by that, when you get a pitcher who's pitching good and trying to work a spot that was a strike earlier, and all of a sudden disappears with the next batter, well, that pitcher's like confused, like, okay, well, then let me see if I can get away with a strike here. And for whatever reason, leaves it hanging. It's a sweeper, it didn't sweep, a sinker that didn't sink, or whatever, a breaking ball that didn't break, or a changeup that didn't change. And the next thing you know, it's tagged into left field or right field and whatever. And then he looks like an idiot. Well, first of all, he was forced into throwing that pitch. Second of all, he's just trying to find out where the fucking strike zone is. And unfortunately, sometimes you have to throw a pitch into a guy's wheelhouse to see if that's where the strike zone is. If he lets it go by, you got to find your zone. Well, actually, you got to find the umpire zone. You got to find the umpire's strike zone first of all. You try to do that, and whatever. If you're a guy like Maddox, or a guy like even like Max, or especially Rodon when he's throwing his changeup. His changeup is basically designed not to be a strike. But if he's going to throw this pitch and guys are going to lay off it, he's going to have to find that fine space of where the umpire is going to call it, not call it. But unfortunately, for most of the time, even the umpire can't fucking figure it out, and he's the one calling the balls and strikes. But what I seen and what I witnessed, this kid here, why is this so hard to do? That kid there, whatever. See, I can't point to that. I can't point there. Pointing to him now. There he is, Mark Leiter Jr. Mark Beer Gut Leiter Jr. You try doing that. Put a fucking camera on, try to find the left and the right. Because no matter what you see, there you go. All right, there. This cat suffers more than any other pitcher that the Yankees got from bad umpiring, being forced into pitching pitches he doesn't want to. But let's be honest, a lot of times when this guy comes in the game, it's either in a mop-up or trying not to get any more of a mess. So he's walking into a mess every fucking time he's into a game. When's the last time you saw a beer gut come into a fucking start an inning off? Fresh. First, fresh. You don't. Because again, boom, he don't know how to use a fucking bullpen. So the guy doesn't even know what his role is. All he's like is, do I take the mop with me or I get a mop when I get out there? You can see the mess from here. Well, I need a mop. Well, we ain't got a mop. Here's a broom. Well, the broom ain't going to do it. Well, we got some Bounty towels. Just go out there and clean it up for us, Mark Beer Gut Leiter Jr. Don't be down on the beer gut, okay? Because the beer gut is the only guy in that bullpen who is capable. And I'm serious. Mark Beer Gut Leiter Jr. is the only pitcher in that bullpen who is capable of coming out and actually doing an exceptional, splendid job of pitching. It's in his blood. But if he ain't in the right situation that matches the talent that he really is, because his position is never defined as a Yankee bullpen guy. He has no definitive job out of the bullpen other than, oh, he wants me. That's the extent. And when you manage a bullpen like that, and when you manage guys like this, a 6-7 record and a 4.84 ERA, 59 games, 2 saves, 6 save opportunities, so Boone's not bringing him in for fucking saves. 48 in the third, 57 hits. It's a lot of hits at 57 in the third. 31 runs, 26 earned, 5 homers, 4 hit batters, 17 walks, 54 strikeout stuff. 1.53 whip, and the league batted 289 off him. That's pretty potent. Well, let's be honest, folks. A lot of time he's coming into somebody else's mess. And a lot of times that somebody else's mess becomes your mess. And by the time you're done trying to clean up somebody else's mess, you made a mess. So guess what? They need somebody else to come in and clean that up too. Maybe if Mark Beer Gut Leiter Jr. had a role, knew what he was supposed to do, he'd be more effective. But when he comes out, he should be able to do his job no matter what. I agree. I do agree. But there's a mentality of pitching. There's a mindset of pitching. Guy coming out of a bullpen to clean up a game where he's got an 8-9 run cushion. He's thinking about sugar plum fairies. My man's thinking about Christmas when he was 8, walking to the mound. Right? What is it? Sugar plum fairies? Whatever the fuck it is. I'm doing good, Angus. How are you doing? Oh man, what do you got? You got you got one of them hot fucking nights there in the old Midwest, buddy? Is it hot? Because right now, right here, it is super comfortable. Last couple of nights here, man, you talk about sleeping weather. Man, last night was absolutely perfect. There was a real light, soft breeze. And it was about 62 all night long. You know, it's just like overcast with a little bit, man. Oh, man, it was fucking sleep. Man, I got such a good night's sleep last night, all 2 hours. But anyway, beer gut. And so there's the numbers, and that's what happens. And like I said, that's Mark Beer Gut Leiter Jr. Don't be hard on the guy. Just know he's a workhorse, and he's going to do the best he can with the situation he's given. That's That's the best. I'm not trying to defend him or anything, but I like him on the roster. I want him on the roster. And I really don't mind when he goes to him. I prefer him going to him before he goes to some of the other clowns out there, especially as of late. So be easy on the beer gut. And besides, come on. Look what his uncle is. Alrighty, we're almost out of here. Here's the guy I'm all in on. I am all in on me some Tim Hill. Tim Hill looks like a guy who will whoop your ass in a fucking bar fight. Or if there's a bar fight, I'm on his side. I am fighting with him, not against him. Tim Hill looks like he could hurt you. This sidearm wielding lefty is probably the most dangerous person coming out of the bullpen for the Yankees. This guy is fierce. This guy is competitive. I wouldn't want to piss this guy off in any way, shape, or form. And so far, every time Boone is called on him, he has done the fucking job. And before he can finish the job that he started to get done, Boone takes him out. As soon as somebody gets really successful and looks really good coming out of the bullpen, Boone, right out of that dugout and take him out and start that matchup shit. Fuck that. You let Tim Hill pitch against anybody. Because I don't give a fuck who you are, lefty or righty. When you have a lefty coming at you sidearm like this guy, righty-lefty matchups don't matter. Because it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. You're going to have fucking issues. Not only seeing it and catching up to it, but wanting to stay in there. And I mean by staying in there, man, you are not crowding anything with this cat throwing. This is our most important weapon, our most vital weapon, our secret weapon. This kid is our destiny to 28. We are not getting to our 28th World Championship without this fucking guy throwing some innings. And Boone's got to let him go a little bit extra and fuck that lefty-righty matchup. Because like I said, when this guy's coming fucking sidearm, dude, nah, man. When I was playing softball on a competitive level, and I made the voted on travel and all-star team, and that was a team that was voted on in the league. You were voted on by players within the league. It was a players only vote to vote for a all-star traveling team that was going to go and represent our league in Maryland. And I was on that. I was on it 3 years in a row. The only reason I wasn't on in the fourth year is because I had my hernia. But I made it 3 years in a row. And on one of them particular trips down there, we came across the guy who was a lefty. Now, this is underarm. And this was three-quarter, what they call. You can only bring the ball up three-quarter. So it couldn't break your hat. So in other words, when the pitcher came back to release, or the top of it, his arm level could not go above his head. And they would call that three-quarter. And then he come through it there. There was a lefty. And this lefty had movement on his ball. And we had two lefty batters. Plus me. I could bat from both sides of the plate. And I remember when the first lefty got up there, and this cat threw 4 pitches. The fourth pitch caught him on the knee. Got hit by the pitch. And then the inning was over. And I was walking out to first. He had made it to third. We didn't score that inning, but he made it to third. He got hit by the pitch and went to second on I think it was a fielder's choice or whatever. Then he got to third on a fly ball, and we didn't score. And I remember he was coming across coming from third base, and I was leaving. We were both on that side. Our dugout was on the third base side, is what I'm saying. He was at third, and I was getting ready to head to first. I had his glove, and I flipped him his glove, and I said, you all right, man? And he says, fucking, he goes, it hurt because that dude's scary. I said, what the fuck are you talking about, man? You've been in this game longer than me. What the hell are you talking? He says, that's the first lefty I seen that had a lot of movement on a ball. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever played softball on a competitive level, and I don't know if you know what it looks like when a guy's throwing a softball underhand at about, 85, 86 miles an hour. And then he literally has like 3 pitches. And one of them is like a tailing fastball that actually will break into a lefty. And that's what got away from him. And it came in and it hit him in the knee. But he said that's scary. He says, I'm locked in, man. He says, I'm locked in. I'm going to keep thinking that ball is going to break in. I was like, dude, just be yourself. Just do whatever you got to do. We wound up winning, but my point being is that was a lefty on lefty. When I got up there and that cat started throwing that shit, the first pitch he threw it tailed away from me. It was a ball. I was like, man, that motherfucker brings that ball in another 2 inches and it breaks. I'm hitting it as it breaks. And I'm going to just fucking drive that motherfucker right to right field. And the first time up, like I said, he threw one. I was like, oh, man, bring that bitch in. He did. He brought it in like 3 or 4 inches. Man, I got into that ball. Now, bam! Fucking foul ball to the first baseman. I was like, oh, boy, this is going to be a long fucking day with this cat. But I knew what was coming. I knew what I had to look for. I knew what the adjustment was. I said, just bring that bitch in. And I just got under it. But I was psyched. I was like, God, come on, bring it in, bitch. Boom! Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding. First base power. Anyway, we did win that. But my point being is, this cat, man, that's scary shit. Fucking sidearm wheeling lefty with a lot of heat and a lot of movement. Tim Hill is super, super duper very important to us winning 28. Now, Tim Hill went out there and he won 4 and lost 4, and he had a 3.09 ERA. Now, most of that 3.09 is the game that Boone just left him out there and left him pitching to get out of that one inning. And he got tore up for a bunch, or else his ERA would be in the 2s. So that 3.09 ERA on him is more on Boone than it is on Hill pitching. Let's keep that in mind. That number there is inflated because of Boone leaving him in 1 inning to get out of it. And he wound up giving up a bunch of runs where he should have came out and would have preserved his ERA. And his ERA would be underneath 2. 70 games. 67 innings. So you can see how Boone uses them. So he has 3 more games than he does innings. Well, how's that work? So Boone uses them for fucking 2/3 or something like that, and he yanks them. So let him fucking just pitch. 58 hits, 27 runs, 23 earned. And most of them probably ain't even his. Probably inherited a lot of those guys. That later became his responsibility because of what happened. Blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, you all know that. 8 homers, 16 walks, 37 strikeouts, 1.10 whip, and a .231 batting average against him. Tim Hill, he's going to get us to the promised land. He's going to help us get us there, and we need him to get us there. Now we come up with another question mark. What are we going to do with this guy? Luke Weaver. Look, another young guy. Weaver will be fine. I like Weaver. Weaver's been looking a lot better towards the end of the season. I think now that we're in the postseason, I think we see a different Luke Weaver. I think we see more of a Luke Weaver shut down kind of get. We're not going to see a Weaver that's fucking around with batters like we do in the regular season, where he gets ahead on somebody and then tries some fancy shit. I think Luke Weaver is beyond that and more mature now, especially as we go into the postseason. I think he knows what to do. So I have a lot of faith in seeing a whole different Luke Weaver than we have for the regular season. Again, Luke Weaver is going to be very important to this bullpen, especially his role. Again, he went 4-4 with a 3.62, 64 games, 8 saves, 12 save opportunities. 64 2/3, 46 hits, 28 runs, 26 earned, 10 homers, 1 hit batter, 20 walks, 72 strikeouts, and a 1.02 whip. And the league only batted 195 against this kid. So this kid's really got some great numbers. But sometimes when you're watching him, you're like, how's those numbers like that when I'm watching him pitch like that? Yeah, Luke Weaver, he's a little bit of a mystery sometimes, but I'll tell you what, I'll take those numbers any day of the week. But Luke Weaver's definitely going to be our bridge to Bedmore somehow. It's not very hot except in the house. Okay, is your house on fire, Angus? Did you check and make sure the house ain't up? I'm only kidding, bro. That's a terrible joke, but I'm sorry. It's nice outside, but the house is hot. Well, the basement's on fire. Never played 80-mile-an-hour softball? Oh, it's a big difference between that and slow pitch. Yeah, I played both. I played arc and modified. I played modified 3/4, played modified windmill, played modified unlimited. I played arc. You know, all levels of arc. Yeah. The fastest guy I ever went up against was dude Bruce. He wound up playing. He later played for us. We went and got him because we were having trouble hitting him. So we said we better get this fucking guy on our team. And back then it wasn't hard to get a guy to come on over to play for you the following year. You're like, hey man, hey dude, you know, we party before every game, we party after every game, we have chicken, we have pizza delivered after games, we tailgate after games, we have a lot, and most of all, we have drugs. We have lots of drugs after the game. And Bruce said, you know what? These guys are kind of straight edge, so maybe I'll come play with you guys. And he did finally. But Bruce had a fastball that could peak at 90, 91, maybe, yeah, right around 90, 91. He would peak there. And the ball had a lot of movement. And he had a changeup, which was like, his changeup was probably about 78, 75, 78 miles an hour. He'd throw you 2 fucking wild fastballs. He didn't care if it was a ball or a strike, to be honest with you. He'd just throw 2 fucking 90-mile-an-hours, and you're like, Jesus fuck. And then he'd throw that 78, and you got to tie your shoes. Find your shoes, because you came out of them, first of all. Yeah, he'd make you look bad. He'd make you look bad sometimes. But anyway, yeah, there you go. There's Luke Weaver. Like I said, Luke Weaver, don't worry about Luke Weaver. Luke Weaver will be fine. He's going to be fine. He's going to be okay. I'm going to get a totally different Luke Weaver here in the postseason. Now, this guy, we definitely need, definitely don't need the guy that we've had coming in and out all year long. Devin Williams needs to pitch, just like he's been pitching the last few times out. Whatever changes he made, whatever conversations that were made with this guy, whatever adjustments were made with this guy, perfect. Don't touch anything. Leave it alone. Just let it be. Just like the old TV show. There's nothing wrong with your TV set. Don't try to adjust it. We are in full control. Well, whatever they did to Devin Williams over the last month, good job. Let's hope and pray it stays consistent. But again, it's all up to when Boone brings this guy in the game and what that situation is in the game. Now, I do have a little bit more confidence in Devin Williams coming in than I did earlier. I've seen signs of a little bit of brilliance, which is great. Look, all we need this dude to do is to get us through to the promised land, win to 28, we move on. Because he's probably going to move on at the end of the year, and that's okay. We don't need him back. We got pitching. There's plenty of pitching to go around for everybody. Maybe this just wasn't the mix for Devin Williams. Appreciate him coming here. Appreciate him trying hard. But right now, I just need Devin Williams to be the Devin Williams that everybody in Major League Baseball knows. And when he's that Devin Williams, ladies and gentlemen, you ain't touching him. Now, Devin wound up with a four wins, 6 losses. All tough losses. His losses. His ERA, 4.79. 67 games. He had 18 saves. He had 22 save opportunities. He's pitched in 62 in the 62 innings. He's given up 45 hits, 37 runs, 33 earned, 5 homers. And all 5 of them homers hurt. He's hit 4 batters. He's walked 25, but he struck out 90 people. He struck out 90 people. 90 strikeouts in 62 innings. 62 innings, he has 90 strikeouts. He can get it done. He can get it done. With that 45 hits, those 25 walks are very, very untimely ones that don't match that fucking 90 strikeouts, but they match that 4.79 ERA. And he has a 1.13 whip. And the league only batted 197 against him. So Devin Williams got all the tools. He's got all the weapons. He's got everything we need. Except being Devin Williams. On a consistent basis. So when Devin Williams comes into the game, let's pay attention to the situation. And then we know what level of hope we have. Or what level of expectations we have to get him through the situation that Boone just got him in. Oh, man. 2 more guys. And they're the last of the tough guys here. What's he doing up there? You get down there, you silly goose. All right. What does everybody think of this guy? Where does everybody think about this guy? Angus, he's been doing that all freaking year long. You are absolutely 100% right, and what you just said is exactly what I'm saying about the last 3 pictures that I just put up on this screen. Hill, Luke, and Dev. What you just said matches exactly what I was saying to that. Those mostly Weaver and Devin Williams suffer from what you're talking about for what Boone does because of the situation he puts them in. Hill's problem is when he comes in, he usually gives up that one hit that gives up a run that he already was inherited, and then he just shuts the fucking thing down. You know, it does take him a minute to get his motor running. And once in a while he comes in and he has no issues and just gets the job done. You turn around and Boone takes him out. So you are absolutely 100% right. And that's why I said that that Weaver, Devin Williams, and Beer Gut, it's all about when Boone puts him in. This guy right here, this is the perfect, what you're talking about here, this guy here is the absolute perfect example of what you're talking about. This is the only guy in the Yankee bullpen that needs to know his role. He needs to know what his role is on this team. What's my role, boss? What do I do here? Do I wait tables? Do I clean dishes? Do I bartend? Do I sweep the parking lot? Do I valet cars? Do I cook? Am I a waiter? What is my role here? This guy needs a role. He needs to know what's his role. His role can't be, hey, bring him in. Oh, this situation, what do you want to do? Bring Cruz in. Come on. This is the only guy you can't do that and shouldn't do that to. Give this guy exactly what his job is, and then this kid will focus on what his job and his role is now. So when he comes into the ball game, We're not going to see him throw 75 pitches out of the strike zone before he throws a strike. We're not going to see him go through 3 or 4 batters before he gets a strikeout. We're not going to see him go 3, 4 batters to get out of a fucking jam. We're going to see him come in. It's going to be lights the fuck out, and then we're back up at bat. But Boone wants to fuck around because he doesn't know how to use a bullpen. He has no clue how to manage a bullpen. He never has, and he never will. It's way too late. He can't even get a handbook to help him. Okay? He's done. He's a fucking deer in the headlights on the bend, on a highway, taking a shit at midnight. And here comes a car around the bend with only one headlight. That's Boone. So 3-4, 3 wins, 4 losses, 3.56 ERA, 49 games, 2 saves, 3 save opportunities, 48 innings pitched, 33 hits, 21 runs, 19 earned, 5 homers, 3 hit batters, 24 walks, 72 strikeouts, a 1.19 whip, and the league batted 192 against them, and a partridge in a pear tree. There's nothing else I could say about Cruz other than give him a role, tell him what you want him to do, and leave, and just be done with it. Assign him a role out of the bullpen and be done with it. He's the only guy out there that you really need to do that with. Most of the other guys understand that you're a fucking lunatic and they're just going to come in the game whenever. But Cruz, he needs guidance. The guy is too fucking amped up. The guy is electric. He is made of electric. Keep him away from water. Are you kidding me? That guy needs a role. He needs to know what his job is, or else he's just a loose wire. He's a loose connection, bouncing all over. You ever see it when a power line goes down? You have that one wire just jumping all over the fucking street. That's Cruz coming out of the bullpen right now. That's what he is. He's just all over the place because he has no role. He has no guidance. There's nothing there to hold him. There's nothing there to turn him on and turn him off. And as long as you keep doing that with him, man, you're gonna not only you're gonna fucking ruin him, you're gonna give us all a fucking heart attack, wondering what the hell's going on. And now the last key component to the Yankees, the last guy on our list, Ryan Yarbrough, another lefty, sidearm, 3/4, guy with all kinds of pitches, guy with all kinds of moves and jigs and jags and whatever. I like Ryan Yarbrough. I love the lefties. Another kid who should know his role, but again, he doesn't know his role. Am I the long reliever? Am I the middle reliever? Am I a setup man? Am I a closer? Am I a starter? Again, Ryan Yarbrough. Too many questions. What is he? What does he do for us? Well, he's in the bullpen. Yeah, but what's his specialty? His specialty is the bullpen. Okay. I got you. You must have Aaron Boone as your manager. Well, how the hell did you know that? What's Yarbrough's role? I don't know. Enough said. Yarbrough, 3 wins, 1 loss, 4.36. Almost everybody ahead of his bullpens in the 4s. 19 games. And he started 8. He's got 1 save opportunity, 64 innings pitched, 58 hits, 31 runs, 31 earned, 2 hit batters, 19 walks, 55 strikeouts in 64 innings. 1.20 whip, and the league batted 240 against him. We all know what this kid's got. We all know what this kid can do. But once again, what is he? What is he in the bullpen? What is he? Is he a starter? Is he a reliever? Is he a mid guy? Is he what is he? Boone? I don't know. What do we need? We need a lefty? I already used Hill. Oh, we only got 1 out. Hey, bring Yarbrough in. Again, too many guys in the bullpen who have no idea what their role is, other than I'm a relief pitcher for the Yankees. When you come in, you the setup guy? Well, I set up the bullpen. I set the drinks up for the guys. I set the the seeds out and stuff like that. I set the bubble gum up. again, this bullpen is an absolute reflection of what you got in the dugout as far as your pitching coach, Blake, and the fucking idiot next to him, Aaron Boone. That's why you have a bullpen of a bunch of guys. I said they have no idea what their role is. They have no idea when they're coming into a game. They have no idea what they're going to be getting into. They don't know what their specialty is. Basically, the only guy that knows anything of what he's doing is Bednar. And is Bednar really a good closer? I mean, what I see lately, not really. I mean, it takes him a lot of pitches to fucking end the game. Right or wrong, just look at pitch counts when they come in. Watch their pitch counts. I'll just watch Bednar's go up and up and up. Oh, there's a base runner. Next guy. Up, up, whoa, foul ball. Whoa, whoa. Oh, he's on. Oh, shit. Wow, we got 15 pitches out of our closer, and hey, there's 2 guys on and nobody out in 15 pitches. I make a point of that without a doubt. That's one of the things I really do really well is point out the fact of how many pitches that it's taken for these guys to get in out. We saw, who was it the other day? I'm trying to think who it was that came in the other day. Oh, Weaver, right? Weaver came in. 4 pitches, 2 outs. Right? Next thing you know, there's 2 men on. Full count here. This guy's fouling. Next thing you know, he threw fucking 18 more pitches to get 1 more out. And put 2 guys on in the meantime. You got 2 outs and 4 pitches. And then it took you 18 more pitches to get 1 out. And in between that, you put 2 guys on. That's a reflection of what they're being coached, what they're being taught, and what they're working on, man. So this kid, honestly, this kid's a mystery to me. I don't know what to expect from him. I don't know what to get out of him. All I know is he's a lefty. All I know is he's a pretty good lefty. You know, he's got some decent strikeout numbers. 55. All right, that's pretty good. That ERA is pretty fucking high for the amount of innings. He's only got 64 innings, and we're almost at 4.5. It's going to be hard to have a lot of faith in the bullpen. Now, all these guys got great numbers, decent numbers, okay numbers, not so good numbers. But folks, somehow, some way, we're 94-68, and we tied for the division lead and only lost it on a fucking tiebreaker. We have the best record in the American League with the Toronto Blue Jays. So 2 of us share the best record. That's fine. It's still the best record. You're 94-68. Only 4 games below Milwaukee. Milwaukee only won, 98 games? No 100-game winners this year? Really? Nobody in major leagues won 100 games this year. Nope. Nope. Not this year. Wow. What's that tell you about the league? What does that tell you about Major League Baseball? Yeah, 32 teams and not one of them won 100? Nope. Man, 1 team won 98. Wow, that's good. That's pretty good. No, that sucks. Nothing like a 100-game winning team. Nothing like it. Nothing in the world like a baseball team winning 100 fucking games in a year. Hey, 98's pretty good. Yeah, 98's pretty good, but it ain't triple fucking digits, is it? So, folks, I broke everything down. I broke down 23 key players for the New York Yankees going into this postseason, starting out against the Boston Red Sox on Tuesday, a little later today on the East Coast. I still got a couple hours. I got another 45 minutes before it's tomorrow. Games on ESPN. I got to figure out how to get fucking ESPN. I had to buy the app somehow. Every time I turn around, it's buying another app. It's fucking horseshit that these games are on ESPN and only on ESPN. I love the old days when they were on PIX, TBS, Channel 4, Channel 2, Channel 7, when you could watch a fucking sporting event without having to pay $37,000. Enough fucking Major League Baseball. Enough fucking football. And ESPN, lighten the fuck up, will you please? ESPN, fucking lighten the fuck up. Fucking $39 for wrestling, $29 for fucking this, $30 for the ad. Oh, you want the ultimate with ads? $30. Get the fuck. What the fuck are we doing here? Seriously? Paying for every fucking thing we do. Every fucking show we watch, you gotta pay. Since when did we fucking turn into fucking... I thought it was bad with the cable companies fucking ripping us off. At least they gave us channels. At least they gave us a lot of variety. We could pay one price and get a whole shitload of things and not have to fucking worry every time we turn the TV on. Oh, you want to watch that? Yeah, that's $5. For what? What am I paying for? And then I pay for the MLB network so I can watch out-of-market games because I live in California and I like the Yankees. And I put it on today and it says blacked out. And blackout? I'm in California. How can I be blacked out of a Yankees fucking Boston Red Sox game in New York? Oh, it's an ESPN game. Oh, okay. So everybody paid everything to fucking watch everything. You can't watch that because they got it, and you got to pay them. But fuck you, ESPN. I'm fucking sick of it. ESPN sucks, Angus. I'm just going to tell you flat out. ESPN sucks. They all fucking suck because it's fucking ridiculous. How much fucking money do people think everybody fucking had? I mean, every fucking thing is money. I fucking just retired. So my income is really fucking limited now. And I'm retired because my fucking doctor told me, dude, you got to call it quits. Your body's not healing no more. This is just one thing. This is just one arm. So my fucking income is super fucking limited now. And then today, I'm putting everything together, and I look, I'm like, oh, well, let me check the time on the game. It says ESPN. I'm like, fuck, it's a I go on Major League Baseball, which I have with Prime, and it says, blacked out in your area. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Blacked out in my area? They're in fucking New York. I'm 3,000 fucking miles away. Oh, it's an ESPN game. That's why you're blacked out. Oh, well, fuck you, ESPN. Usually, teams, you're right. I remember Seattle Mariner team that went over 100 and didn't win nothing because they ran into a pinstripe team that was pissed off from 95. But no, you're right. You win 100 fucking games, man. That's pretty fucking impressive. Even if you lose, even if you get knocked out. Winning 100 games of professional baseball is a fucking super duper accomplishment. Yeah, you're right. Dude, football's even worse now. Now, I just put on the other day, I'm looking for a football game and I got Fox 1. I'm like, what the fuck is Fox 1? Oh, Fox 1 is $19.99 a month if you want to watch NFL football. Huh? I get a Paramount Plus game and I get a Prime game because I have that. And that comes with the phone and everything. The Prime with the Amazon, whatever the fuck. So you get that game. You get the Prime game, you get the Paramount game. Then you got the fucking Sunday night games on Peacock. Gotta go over to Peacock, make sure you got Peacock to fucking watch Sunday night. I didn't watch any fucking games tonight on Monday night because it's on ESPN. And ESPN wants fucking $30 to watch a fucking football game. When you used to be able to just turn TV on, boom, fucking football is right there. ESPN, TNT, Channel 4, Channel 5, Channel 6, whatever fucking channel. Just put TV on. Boom, hey, look, fuck football. Now you put, fuck's that? That's a QR code. What's that for? Well, if you want to watch it, you hit the QR code and you pay for it. As politely as I could say it, ESPN, go fuck yourself. Seriously. How much fucking money are you going to make? How much money can you make? Seriously, how much fucking money can you bleed people for? Nobody bleeds the people more than the NFL. The NFL fucking guts you. Leaves you on a fucking tree upside down, gutted. That's what the NFL does to your wallet. And now baseball's catching on. They can't do it with hockey because hockey ain't popular enough. They tried it with NASCAR and it backfired. But football, they got you by the balls. You want to watch your fucking team, you're going to fucking pay. And if you love baseball and you love the Yankees, you're going to fucking pay. And they know that. Yeah, honestly, Angus, I have never, ever been big in soccer. I've never really liked soccer at all. The only soccer I used to like is when I was really young, and it was Sunday night, and I was waiting for Monty Python to come on Channel 13. And before Monty Python would come on Channel 13 back in the day, they had soccer on, the BBC channel. That's where I learned about Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Lancaster, Arsenal. I'm just going off the top of my head. I don't think there's a couple more. I just can't think of their names. But that I used to watch that because I was waiting for Monty Python to come on. And it'd be on an hour, and when I would go on about 10 minutes before Monty Python, I'm like, oh, man, what's this? And I was like, hey, you know what? Let me try it. So I used to watch that soccer for forever, how long that lasted. Then I just gave up. I'm not a big soccer guy. I really don't. I'm not a big soccer guy. I won't lie to you. I'll watch the World Cup. I'll watch World Cup soccer. I'll watch World Cup soccer because there's a lot going on in World Cup soccer, and the thought of a war breaking out at any second makes it intriguing to watch, for sure. Oh, I can imagine with soccer because you got European League, you got the English League, you got the Spanish League, you got the Italian League, then you got the European League, then you got the this league, then you got that league, and then you got this league, and then yeah, there's way too much soccer. And that's why I think soccer will never be popular, because soccer never footholded one particular, like the NFL, or like baseball, or like basketball, or like hockey. They fucking narrowed it down. Boom. This amount of teams every year, this time of year, boom. Soccer don't do that. Soccer is too much, man. It's too global. Too big of a sport. You know, I think besides fucking soccer, the only other sport that you could play basically anywhere you are on the planet is basketball. So basketball and soccer, yeah, probably the two most worldwide accessible sports that there are. You don't need a lot of room. You don't need a lot of guys. You know. Anyway. Angus, appreciate that. Good conversation there. So I hope everybody enjoyed this show. Breaking it down to, I just went through every fucking Yankee that there is with the exception. I did 23 guys. Was there 26 on the fucking roster? So I don't know who, whatever 3 I left off can't be very fucking important. And mostly I left 3 guys off because I don't know who they're moving on and off the roster. So I personally eliminated 3 guys from the roster, and we'll roll with 23. Slater. I'm looking at Slater and Warren not being on the roster. But who am I? I'm just a fan. So anyway, folks, we're going to get out of here. It took a little over 3 hours to break down those 23 players, to break down what the Yankees are looking for going into the postseason. I'm calling right now is sweep the Red Sox. We'll win tomorrow. We'll win Wednesday, and then we'll see Toronto on Saturday, and then we'll go from there. But in the meantime, we'll be back tomorrow, 3 o'clock Pacific time, 6 o'clock on the East Coast for Yankees Red Sox Game 1 of the Wild Card Series in the American League. The first leg to our quest for 28. So, folks, again, I hope you enjoyed it. Over 3 hours of stats, numbers, and making plenty of points and some valid points, pointing shit out, bringing it down, bringing it to you as real as you can. Not holding any punches, not holding anything back. Just tell it like it is. Love my Yankees. Let's see what they got. I'm not worried. So with all that being said, glad you stopped by. Tune in tomorrow when we bring you Yankee baseball play-by-play. Plus a whole bunch of other stuff. I thank you for joining us here on Live Sports Chat. Let's chat sports. Show number 3. Yankees breakdown, player by player. We did it. We got through it. I thank everybody for stopping by. I thank everybody who liked, followed, shared, hit the notification bell, and all that other happy horse shit on Rumble, on YouTube, on X. I appreciate everybody. I love you all, man. Please get in the descriptions. Check out our friends in there. If you could help the show out and buy us a cup of coffee, we'd appreciate it. As you can see, we put a lot of work into this show. What you show that you just seen was well over probably 5-6 hours of research and typing and downloading and uploading and putting clips together and making sure everything was right. And then just roll it off the top of my head. This is all just right off the top of my head, man. Right out. No script, just those numbers, and then roll with it. And just giving you my honest thoughts and opinions of how I feel about the Yankees in the postseason, how I feel about certain players. And if you've been around here long enough, if you've known me long enough, you know that's how I call it. Straight down the middle. I don't pull no punches. I don't play no favorites. Right now, we're in the postseason, so again, it's a whole nother level. We bring it up another notch, as you can see here. This is a good way to show you how hard we work and how dedicated we are and how much we want to bring you the best. With all that being said, if you could help the show out, Cash App, PayPal, you buy us a cup of coffee or Canada Dry. We like Canada Dry. And always remember, folks, when you come up to the 3rd floor, it's going to be real. It's going to be dark. It's going to be on edge. It's going to be real. The language is just going to be the language. Just passion. I don't say all these words just for fucking shock. I'm saying because I mean them. And I'm from Jersey. And we don't like to fucking pull punches. We just like to call it the way it is. Angus, no, thank you, Angus, for showing up. And you have a great evening, too. I hope you come back tomorrow for the play-by-play. I hope you tell somebody. Hit that like, hit that follow, hit that sub, hit that share. Leave a comment. Get involved with the show. Leave a comment. Get in the live chat. We appreciate everything. We appreciate everybody for stopping in tonight. Like I said, it's over a 3-hour show. And that's 3 hours of solid content, nonstop stats, and nonstop breaking it down right down your throat, right down your gullet. So whether you're a Yankee fan or a baseball fan, or I hope you're a Red Sox fan, came over here and went, holy shit, we're in fucking trouble. Yeah, you are in trouble, Red Sox fans. Mostly because you fucking suck. But anyway, I'm not worried about Crochet anymore. So early predictions. All right. Fried. Let's go. Fried 7 1/3. 3 hits. 1 walk. 12 strikeouts. 1 earned run. Yanks win. Let's give the Yankees 5-1 on this one. So that's our early prediction. Yeah, Angus, thank you, man. I hope, like I said, I hope you do show up tomorrow. I know you'll be here. You are definitely a dedicated friend. I appreciate you really. I really, really appreciate you. And it was cool to see Johnny Basement today back in action. That was cool. He was so overwhelmed with chats and stuff. I did my thing, and then I ducked out. I'll catch him on another time when it's a little less crowded in there and a little less going on, because everybody was just so excited to see him. But it was good to see Johnny back. And it's always good to see you, Angus, and Lockport, and Yankee Kyle, and Nathan, and Nick, Chef Nick, and Evan was in here. I had a lot of guys in here earlier, but they're all on the East Coast, so they're probably all in bed now. But I appreciate everybody from stopping by from NY Mania. I appreciate you guys coming over and saying hey. And I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you guys on Rumble. I really appreciate you guys on Rumble. If you hit a fucking thumbs up and like and share and getting a comment for once. Come on, Rumble. I love you, man. Putting out great numbers, man, but it's so hard to get a like on you guys. Get a like. Get a like. It's so hard to get that thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Ah, well. Thumbs up. Anyway, all right. Listen, seriously, we're going to get out of here. Please tune in tomorrow. Keep an eye back. If you are already subbed and everything, you are getting the post on YouTube of when we're going live. I put them out. I put it on X. I put it on Facebook. I put it everywhere. So you'll have plenty of heads up when we're coming on the air tomorrow for the Yankee game. You know, or if we decide to come on before the Yankee game or whatever. Either way, we're going to get out of here. Let you all go and do your thing. Angus, again, thank you so much for hanging out with me and showing up. I appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, it did. It made my day seeing Johnny B too, man. And he looked good, sounds good, and now he's got a bird. A Stella Dwella. And you take care too, Angus. And I'll see you tomorrow, man. I appreciate you. So until then, folks, remember, kindness and love are the easiest thing a human being could do to another human being on this planet. So be kind to your fellow man. Love your fellow man. Look out for your fellow man and love him dearly. And most of all, mental health is more real than it ever has been before. So you, or if you know someone who is suffering from some problems and needs someone to talk to, get them a number. Get them someone to talk to. Try to help them yourself, but don't push them. Be careful and be delicate. Be kind for no reason. Love your fellow man. And watch out for everybody. Keep your head on a swivel and stay safe. And always remember, when you come up to the 3rd floor, always remember to bowl up, bong up, and then beam on up. Come on up and hang with us, and you'll see we're here just waiting on you to come hang out with us in time and space. So until tomorrow, folks, let's go Yankees. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you, people.
That's all, folks.
Ow! Bueller. Bueller. Bueller.
Oh, the humanity.
Cocaine and hookers, my friend.
He's looking at you, kid.